So yeah, that was like a in and out thing, bro. I thought I was gonna have a whole meeting. I thought I was gonna have a whole ass meeting. A whole meeting. I thought I was gonna have a meeting in there, bro. I thought they were gonna sit me down and have a out the job. I had to fill out some paperwork. So I guess we're on the road again. They just wanted me to fill some paperwork out real quick. So it's official. It's official. No more. We are actually full throttle with the job now because I just did a drug test on it. Yeah, homie. It's all good, man. It's all good. Where you working? I'm at a warehouse, my homie, over there in Golden. Warehouse. Good to see you back. Let's go, my brother. Hey, what up, big? What's up? What up? What it do? Man, I don't like your attitude today, brother. You better go drink your water, Matthew. You need to go drink your water, homie. You better go get dehydration in your life, man. You better get some electrolytes. I don't like your attitude. I do not like your attitude, man. I'm headed to the house. Headed to the young house now. Got off of work. I started. They had me going in from a different hours, but now they're switching up the hours to an earlier thing. But I'll be off at this time every day. It's all out of love. Yeah, nah, for sure. It's all out of love, bro. But well, one thing I'll tell you about this, homie, and I'm gonna be dead ass real with you. When you start saying like different words about you tripping and you know what I'm saying, like you're basically like kind of saying that you're gang banging some fucking football, bro, and like we trash talk because we trash talk, homie. But once you take it across that line and start saying you tripping with motherfuckers and you gonna do whatever you're gonna do, homie, don't put it in them words because I don't like. We gonna talk football, bro. That's what we're gonna do. We don't cross them lines, homie. We don't fucking start saying we're beefing over some football. Like that's not what we do unless you know what I'm saying. You just have a problem with some shit, homie, and that's what it is. And you gonna stand firm on that shit. Cause I don't play like that, brother. You know, I don't even play with fools that are closest to me like that, my homie. Like fools that actually are my homies and brothers. I don't play like that shit, cause that shit really people really be getting mad over football, you know. So I just ask people to keep it 100 and keep the same energy. Like if you're gonna be cool, don't get pissed over football of all things. You know what I'm saying? What it do, bro? It's all out of love. Nah, for sure. For sure. I respect you, homie. Yeah, nah, for sure. You always been cool. You're supposed to be the bro. But once you start saying that you're tripping and you're gonna do whatever you're gonna do, I'll tell you you're not though. That's my whole thing is, bro, you're not gonna do whatever you're gonna do. You know what I'm saying? Especially in my city, homie, that's not how it's going down. You know what I'm saying? I'll play, but once you start saying statements like, I'm tripping, homie, like you're not tripping over that shit. I guarantee you're not. You know what I'm saying? Because if I get to tripping over it, bro, then it's on some shit where I'm mad about that shit, bro, and I'm not gonna play with you. You know? I banter with a lot of fools over football, bro, and nobody ever talks like that unless they're trying to make a statement. And ain't nobody making a statement on me. That's just not how it goes. I got a wife, my homie. Yeah, I got a wife. I got a family. Damn, bro. Salute, salute, salute. But yeah, we watching babies for sure. Yeah, a brother of mine, bro. I ask you to just keep it respectful over every. Like, don't act like you're gang banging football, because that's just like crazy to say you're gang banging football. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I got priors in my life, homie, for slapping fools up from Colorado that don't represent the Broncos. I got priors for that shit, bro. I don't do that shit no more, but you know, I got priors in my life. You from Colorado, homie, you don't represent Broncos country, and that's just kind of saying. So when you tell me you're tripping over that shit, you're telling me like you don't respect Savage Sev. What up with it? And then I'm like, damn, the homie done bipolar on Savage Sev when he used to be the homie. And he made it out like he was acting like he was tripping over some sports. You know what I'm saying? Like, I thought the homie was the homie. I'm going back. Damn, man. You know. Salute. Yeah, I'm going to the house, man. I just got off of work. Just got off of work. Yeah, I grew up in the projects for sure. Hell yeah, my brother. And I know you're playing, my brother. I know you're playing, but I just when you start saying certain different phrases, bro, it's like you're not playing no more. You're really trying to you're making statements now. And it's like, bro, we don't unless you like, and I'm not saying that, and I'm not saying this like to try to say anything, unless you're really, really ready to go to that extent for that shit, bro. Like, don't play with that shit, bro, because like you don't know how I take that shit. Like, I might take that shit really disrespectful. I'm tripping with whoever. Like, what? Like, bro, you can't just tell me anything, brother. You can't just say anything to me like that. You know? Salute to everybody. Mall high salute to you guys, bro. Mall high salute. Yeah, I got you, my fam. Hell yeah, my bro. Salute. Salute. How you been? I've been pretty good, bro. Just working. Back at the work site. Yo, what's up with my brothers, man? What you guys doing? Hey, I tried to add you on Twitter and there's something happened. I go by Sev Cisneros 5280, bro. Yeah, I go by 5280. Sev Cisneros 5280. Salute. Yeah, okay, man. I'm gonna have that. Hell yeah, have me, my brother. What up, man? What up, sis? What's good with Miss Amy? How you doing? I'm just getting off of work, headed to the house. Oh, hell yeah, we can talk. Hell yeah, my brother. Salute. I guess for now, yeah, you're doing that. Oh yeah, I'm back to the work site, back to doing some work and shit. Yeah, I'm about to doing the work. I'm at the work site doing these little work hours. Trying to stay sucker free. Grind, yeah, we on it, my brother. Like, gotta stay on that shit, man. Grind session, grinding all the time, fam. We're in Aurora, boom. Gotta make it happen, fool. It's back to the warehouses for me though, you know what I'm saying? But I had to make that shit. Damn, what time is it? Oh, damn, she about to do that right 5 now. What's good, OG? You back? Yeah. I'm back, my brother. Hell yeah, I'm back. I thought it was gonna be a long ass meeting over there, but it wasn't. What's up with it? It was like in and out. In and out. We in and out. Bad for you. Throw it back for you, huh? Why don't you throw it back for yourself, buddy? Throw it back for yourself, buddy. This fool twerking for nephews, huh? That's what he does on his spare time. That's what this little dude does on his spare time. He likes to watch men twerk. You're a jerk. It's freaking hot outside today. Hell yeah, bro. It's like super, super hot. Now you look like you. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy that you're a grown ass person talking like that. You actually have a little gummy in you, bro. You got a little juice in you, and it's like Starburst fruit juice. Damn. It's 100 degrees right now. Yeah, bro. I tried to find you on the Twitter. Yeah, I'll have to send it. I'll put it on my community post, bro. For you could actually hear me. You could actually hit me up in the message form. I just had my dogs out there. Hey, you said what? Oh, damn. Yeah, it's too hot, brother. But, hey, me. But to be real with you, homie, like, I came from Arizona, so one thing is, man, Arizona was hotter than Texas, fool. So I'm like, everything out here in Colorado, it is hot, but like, it's doable hot for me, you know? It's like, it's a doable hot. Just let me know. Yeah, I got you. You with a community post. I'll definitely tap you in. I'll tag you in a community post, brother. Yeah, I'm just getting on. Boom. I don't even know, to be real with you. I got two sleeves. I got a couple neck tattoos. I got some. Yeah, I got it. I gotta go get my shit fleshed out a little bit more though. Come on, bro. You got some tattoos? Yeah, hell yeah, bro. I think when you get older though, bro, like when you get older, everything just affects you differently, man. You get a little bit older, bro, you just get affected differently. The whole world just affects differently, bro. Everything right now in my life is not the same as it was a couple years ago, bro. Everything. I don't even enjoy half of the things I used to enjoy. I realized something too, bro. Like, you know what's crazy? Nowadays, I'm really grown out of the youngster mindset, like a lot, bro. Like, I don't even, homie, I don't even like feel good when I have like shit go on that's like some negativity, homie. I don't feel good as like a person. I used to get off on that shit, bro. Like, dead ass, real. Like, I used to get off on that shit. Nowadays, everything that's negative, homie, when it comes to like anything streetwise or anything, bro, like it's just one of them feels where it's like it's a gross feel. It's something that I'm just like, I'm not feeling this, homie. I used to love it though. Yeah, Texas was humidity, hella humidity. Arizona was a dry heat. So yeah, it's a different ball game for me, homie. That's how I knew I was growing up, bro. Shit that I used to like and glorify, I don't even, it's not appealing to me anymore. Being boring is like the most appealing to me. Like being a boring person. Being boring is the most fun to me. You know? That's why a lot of the young homies and people around me, bro, they don't want to be around me because I'm boring. I'm a boring ass person. But homie, when you've done shit your whole life and you just live fast paced and you just lived like in the middle of like craziness, bro, like when you get older, that's just not even appealing. Like that shit looks stupid. What's good with it, Big Lynn? What's good with you, fam? Calm down, Jay. Calm down, Jay. It's the truth, though, homie. When you fucking giving so much of your life to like the crazy negativity of life, bro, you don't like when you get older, fool. You just look at that shit dumb, homie. That shit looks stupid. Like a lot of the shit nowadays is just stupid. It's just dumb, homie. Nah, being boring is where it's at. Peace of mind, chilling at the house, relaxing, homie. Chilling in the man cave, bro. Watching some good shows, relaxing, knowing your ass ain't taking no penitentiary risks. Like, no, you know. That means that it's a different type of ball game. That's the ball game that I want to be in. Slow and boring, fool. I don't want, bro. I guess when you catch a case when you're young, and then you go sit down for a long stretch, bro, like nothing is amusing about the street life at all anymore. There's nothing amusing about that shit, especially if you do a chunk. That shit just seems like watered down. Like it's not even what it is no more. You know, like being boring is what it is. Being at the crib, relaxing on a Saturday night at the crib, homie. chilling. That's the going to work and then chilling is the shit. Peace of mind. Don't want to hear no noise. Don't want to have nobody. Yeah, bro. That's what I want to do. That's where it's at. You know? But like, damn, bro, I just killed a whole 40-hour work week. And now I'm just trying to chill. These fools be wanting to be in street life with around males and the homies. Let's go to the hood, homie. Let's go to the hood. Let's go kick on the block with the homeboys. Fuck all that. Grandpa Sev, how? Yeah. Shit, I'd rather be Grandpa Sev free in the world, bro, than be fucking a killer and a rider on the prison yard, homie, looking stupid. You look like you eat bugs. Looking stupid on the prison yard. You got some respect and some gangsterism, but you in prison locked up. Around Skittles and Shayla, bro. Like, no, that don't even sound like the move. City, where the sun is always shining, and of course they got the run, and all about them. My city, there's little smoke. Some people really die for that shit. Look at Marvin Gaye. Yeah, that was gay. Marvin Gaye was a big old booty bandit, my homie. That's what he died for, the booty. That's all Marvin Gaye died for, was booty, my homie. He wanted men. He wanted man's booty, bro. And he got that. He got that respect. But he died a slow death too, bro. That dude died alone. His respect was... Ain't nothing. Kick it with Star and Diamond. Diamond on the yard, homie, having a midnight barbecue. You play college ball? Nah. No, I didn't, to be real with you. I didn't play none of that. I wish I would have. I really wish I would have, to be real. The midnight barbecue. What's up, pups? Hold up real quick, y'all. Don't go nowhere. Yellow. They made me go do a drug test over there in order to return. Bro, breathing like he ran. I did too. I ran from the T's. Please. All right. You still tap in with the Mile High Stories and talk about how they're going. I mean, when I get, so this is what happened with the channel, fool, is that, to be real with you, be truthful, is that I was going to take a break, but YouTube kind of said, if you take too much of a break, they're gonna slow down the at watch hours, and then the monetizing situation is like, if I'm gonna stay monetized, I gotta stay consistent. That's what they said. You can't really take a break because it stops the algorithm. So when I look at that, aspect. I have to at least put something on it. G's and Incas, how they started, full detail. But see, that's the thing is, man, like that's not my politic. Like I need to, I mean, I can tell you the story, but it would be conducive to come with the OG homies from the G and the Incas, like they'll tell you the story more than I could tell you because I'm not from the West Side. You know, they just legendary neighborhoods in the city, man. They're just legendary. They're just legendary hoods from Denver, Colorado. Dope to see you. Hell yeah, that was one of the homies that I needed to meet up with. To be real with you, that was my partner right there, bro. Like it was a good ass meetup. Like true shit. That was one of them meetups that had to happen. So yeah, I'm glad actually me and him actually met up, to be real with you. He's a legendary homie that he's always had my respect. He's always had my respect, homie, because he just kept it solid across the board when it comes to what we used to do. He didn't have no extra things attached. You know what I'm saying? Like he comes from the old school. Yeah, I mean, they were linked. The G's were definitely linked with LePan, That's their block, fool. So shout out to them OG legendary neighborhoods that made history for the city. You can't speak about Denver streets or whatever you want to call it without bringing them up, because they had a whole thing that created a lot of shine on Denver. Like those were Denver original hoods. You could never take anything about what they built. Yeah. We're out in the Denver Metro. Yeah, I believe it, homie. I believe that shit. Everybody's going wild, my bro. Everybody's wild right now. Everybody got some stories, man. Everybody's running with their heads cut off right now, my fam. Oh, damn. You better go get a doctor checkup on that. Yeah. I need to go get a haircut. My shit is... Well, shit. Damn. Is your hood still around? I mean, the hoods that are established are always going to be around. You're gonna have young people. You're gonna have young people banging regardless, homie. Yeah, my neighborhood there's still little fools from the hood, but gang banging. I don't know like how to explain this, but gang banging all the way around pretty much because the foundations is dead, bro. So gang banging is dead pretty much, even though people are gonna partake. But the foundations of hoods are dead, bro. All across the board, there's no code. That got crumbled, homie. That got crumbled. So when you ask about is your hood around or this hood around, bro, it's like all them hoods is always gonna have members, but it's all crumbled, homie. Gangbanging in a whole pretty much is dead, bro. Like when there's no rules, it's dead. Because what are you gangbanging for now if there's no rules and regulations for that shit, bro? If there's no rules, There's no protocol, homie. So it's dead. Even though there's still gonna be people still banging hoods, there's no rules and regulations to the shit no more, bro. You know? And that's another thing is too, fool, like everybody does it for themselves. That can't be considered a brotherhood when you're doing it for yourself. So it's dead, bro. They can't gangbang no one, has a hood no more. How yeah, that was another thing is too. People got pushed out the hoods. Regentification killed the hoods. So this is what I was explaining about that shit. I was explaining this, bro, is that, you know, when I was growing up, the hood was amongst each other all the time. You know, when we were growing up, we were with each other all the time. Like the homies were with each other day and night. They would be in the hood or they would be with each other because the hood was still around. So you come outside, you see homies from the hood. Nowadays, because of regentification, fools are pushed to every neighborhood, and then you got these fools trying to branch off in these fools, this area, and they don't even know these dudes. So like they get put on the hood and you don't even know who you're putting on the hood. So how can you even have love for these fools? You didn't grow up with these dudes. You know, you didn't grow. Half of these fools don't even grow up with each other. They come from this hood and they'll go all the way to the suburbs and they'll put somebody on from the suburbs and they'll be like, oh, that's the homie from the hood. Well, that fool didn't grow up in your hood. What do you know about that dude? He could, for all we know, he could be a snitch. He could be he could molest your kids. Like he'll shoot you in the back because you didn't grow up with this dude. You didn't even grow up with this dude, bro. And not only that, these fools are getting put on by fools that are the same age as them. The game is watered down, fool. When I was little, I don't know how everybody else's hood was, but we had a probation period even before you could be from the hood. You had to prospect. You couldn't just be from the hood. You had to prospect for the hood. You had to come around before you were even from the hood to see if you even qualified to get put on the hood. So you was already kicking up dust before you was from the hood. Before you even got quoted, you was with the homies and you was around these fools putting in work for the hood to even see if you could be around. We didn't just, the fools didn't just come around and get put on the hood because of numbers. Nowadays, fools just come around with a mamba sack or some weed. Fools get put on because they got the weed or they got the girls. You know, like I found out there's Southside G's out in Pueblo. But see, that's the thing is, bro, it's like that's not, they'll never know. See, that's what I'm saying. They'll never know what the G really is. Because you only can know what the G is if you're in them trenches or where the G's roam, bro. Like you're not really gonna understand. Yeah, you could say you're from the G. You won't understand that real G feel though. You don't even know what you're banging really. You're just doing it because it was a trend. You never been to the trenches. The G's neighborhood is no longer there either, right? So there's a lot of fools that them old school G's that came from the trenches, the ninth. I mean, that's a different type of breed, bro. Nobody's gonna understand that unless you grew up with them dudes. You know? What's up, ho? Everybody good? What you want? Yo, I just got off of work. What up, Miss K? What's good with you? You had to show what it was about. Hell yeah, bro. And you had to do that with the neighborhood. You might have to go a whole year, a whole 6 months showing up to the hood before you even could be from the set. You couldn't just get put on, come around. I seen fools come around and get beat the fuck up and then sent on their way, homie. You know what I'm saying? Like, use you for a couple months and then got put off. You got put off before you were even put on the set. OGs had to put their rep on the line to quote, hell yeah, because that'll come back on the OG homies. But like I said, it's a different ballgame. That's why, like, anybody in 2026 still gangbanging, trying to be from the set and gangbang, I don't know, man. I can't really just say, hey, this is the year to gangbang. Gangbanging to me is like, it's kind of even the fools that founded the shit, it all went to a whole different thing why we gangbanged. Frontline soldiers are few and far. Hell yeah, you don't get that. I love you too, love. You don't get that anymore. You don't get them real solid homies frontlining. Fools is partying out here, bro. They think that getting on a camera is gangbanging, homie. That's a whole there we go again. There we go again. Because back in the day, you better not get on camera and have fools pull up to hood day. Have fools pull up to hood day, bro, and have a camera at hood day. You'll get beat the fuck up, homie, for that shit. I'm done banging. I've been lying if I said I'm still running around. I haven't been for 3 years. Yeah, but see, that's what I say to people too, homie. When you have something to live for, and you really got like stuff that's amounted to something, you're not gonna partake in gang banging, homie. Gang member and gang banger are totally different things. Most fools that are from a set that like kind of just chill out, they're members still, but they working and shit, bro. They got something to live for. Usually fools that gangbang don't have shit to live for but the hood. That's it. That's it. People gangbang when they don't have nothing to live for, homie. When you got something to live for and you really got like stuff going, you're not gonna gangbang, homie. Usually youngsters, fools that just feel like life's over is gangbangers, homie. The ones that gangbang, they don't have nothing to live for but the gang. Like, to be real, you know? Because I'll tell you this, when you're activated and you're gangbanging, homie, you ain't got time to do nothing else but gangbang. When you're really an active banger, you don't got time to be cool. You don't got time to be peaceful. You ain't got time to do none of that shit. Your main objective is to terminate on sight. Your main objective is to get active in the streets. That's what a gangbanger does. That's what it is. You don't even have a right. You don't even have a right to be peaceful with anything. You better put your shit on the line for that shit. That's what real bangers do. They don't care about real bangers. Don't even care about money, homie. To be real with you, they just care about trooping for the hood. That's it. Growth and development for the hood. They don't care about getting rich. A real banger's mindset is terminate on sight. It's time to go. It's time to actually troop. You know, getting old in the streets. That's like I'm good. Straight to couch TV. Hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah. That's what I feel. Bang and push dope. Yep. And usually that money goes away quick because there's two different things that's gonna happen. You're gonna catch a case. If you're really banging, it's inevitable. You're gonna catch a case. So you're gonna have to use that for lawyers. So really, gangbangers be staying broke because they got to pay financial fees. It always comes tax you. You know, I can honestly say, and I'm not even gonna lie to you, I never been a baller, homie. Never. I never made a lot of money, homie. Never. Because to be real with you, I didn't give a fuck about money. I cared about the hood. See how crazy that mindset is? I didn't give a fuck about money, bro. I cared about the hood. I cared about having a reputation. That's it. Nothing else, bro. So when I honestly say this, you're either gonna be a banger and get active, broke. You're gonna be broke majority of that whole shit. What's good, Megatron? What's good with you, my brother? Did all the stupid shit. The pan or death, that's it, homie. That's all. That's all it amounts to, my brothers. Yeah, he did too. He did. My dog, homie. Shout out to the homie LT Smash. I don't know, bro. Like, mama, you know what was fucked up too? And I had in my upbringing, see, I got diluted. I got diluted, right? My mindset got diluted for the politic, right? Pushing this cripping, right? I'm talking about like I wanted to be the top crip of everything, homie. That was my whole shit was cripping. And then I looked at how a lot of like the people around me was pushing crips, right? Cripping. And then I started reading Cody Munster. I started reading the book of Cody Munster, Cody, gangster biography, bro. And the militant aspect of homie is where I got it embedded with me to be militant. And look what happened to homie. He died on the block broke, right? But my ideology and my shit that I was pushing was extreme. So that's what I live by. Fuck money, fuck all that shit. It's about banging, homie. It's about getting active. It's about eliminating the opposition. That's all I focused on, bro, to be real with you. Absolutely did nothing for me. That shit did nothing for me but give me some respect. You think then the bangers that be flashing the money on Facebook is I don't think they gangbang though. I think that motherfuckers be getting money, see. Usually fools that are about money and business, bro, they won't fuck up their money by banging. I'm talking about real street motherfuckers that be in the hood. I think fools that get money, they get money. Like dope dealers, bro, they're not bangers to me. Real bangers on that block trooping, homie. Real bangers on that block getting activated. Every day is their whole mission is to activate on the enemies. Like that's real banging to me. All that other shit, because I had homies getting money and they were always just peaceful. They would get money with opposition and they would get money with the other side. I'm like, homie, that's not banging to me, cuz I'm not motherfucking getting money with no fool from the other side. I'm not hooking up. I'm not kumbaya on. If I see these fools, we're tripping, homie. That's all I'm doing. So I had homies that dope deal, bro. And I used to look at them fools as soft, homie. Like, you motherfuckers about money. We about the streets. Go make your money, homie, and get robbed for your money, homie. So that's how I felt, bro. You know, back when Denver Gangbanger had class. Hell yeah. Damn, fool. But that was my mindset. I'm not saying every banger was like that. I just know it didn't do nothing for me. Hell yeah, they did. Hell yeah. I used to be like, and that's another thing is too, bro, like with this music shit, right? Now, music changes people's life, but I can't even take rappers serious because, you know, a lot of rappers be acting, bro. They don't even be turned up like that. A lot of these rappers be acting, homie. They don't really actually, they more focus on fucking being rappers than gangbanging, bro. Homie. And that's how my mindset was, bro. You could ask anybody that was around me, bro. My whole thing was the hood. Everything about me was the hood. I didn't care about anything else but my hood, bro. Nothing. I didn't care about shit but the hood. If me and the homies was gigging, homie, with no dollars in our pocket, and we had got smashed up on some fool from the other side, it felt like a successful day for me, bro. Why do people with bad breath? Like, I don't know, bro, because they be going to the club. I seen dudes taking the kids out of arms like sad sick shit. Damn, this don't mean much, but we gang banged the right way. Ah, yeah, homie. And see, that's why I'm so sick of it now, because it's like we did all that shit, my bro. We did all that shit and we banged the rules and regulations, and we had morals and values. We did prison time for this shit. We done fucking went to prison and caught war wounds and have dead people and family members, and now everybody just out here mocking the shit, bro, the culture. So that's why I got a bad taste for this shit now, you know, like, I don't, yeah, but that's the truth, homie. That's the dead ass truth right there, bro. The streets are undefeated. Real shit. Hell yeah, it is. They so-called rappers. It's just like what I was saying, bro. And I don't mean to say this, bro, in the way. I don't mean to say this, and I gotta bring this up, and I gotta say this, bro. Even and I said this the other night. Even with where we're from, right? The homies, we pushed the line for the keyways, bro. The revolution, the crippin', right? Mexicanos, right? Spanish homies, bro. We're from, you know, from our hood, homie. When we were growing up and we were going to the county, and we hit the main line of prison, bro, we had to fight for that shit to even fucking be who we were. There was a target on our back off top. Even though it's not as racial as other places, fools didn't like that shit. They didn't accept that shit. We had to really go in for that shit. In order for me to hit different prison yards, I really had to bang that shit, bro. I really had to get active, and I had a lot of shit that came with that shit. I'm seeing nowadays, fools can just take this Bloods and Crips and just do what the hell they want, though. Like, anybody can do that shit. Anybody, homie. Anybody can be a Blood and a Crip nowadays. Anybody. So like even the Mexicans in California that are now banging Crip and Blood, I'd be like, bro, what the fuck? Where did you guys get this shit from? Like, it's cool for you fools to be Bloods and Crips. What? You fools are banging a whole fucking Crip and Blood hood in California now? That shit was not even acceptable back in the day, homie. We had to really go to war. Any Mexican and white Crip, especially Mexican and white Crips in prison, we literally had it harder than even Mexican Bloods. So when I look at that shit, bro, we had to go to war for that shit. We had to really believe in that shit. And nowadays, anybody can be that shit. I don't acknowledge that shit. I'll be seeing all these fools on hood vlogs, and they're all Mexican Crips and Bloods now, and I'm like, homie, y'all motherfuckers really, I don't know if it's changed. I don't know if it's changed or what, bro, but how the fuck y'all fools doing that shit? When for the whole longest, homie, that was not acceptable. You know what I'm saying? Like, but not even that, Big Slim, not even that, Big Slim. Like, even when them fools hit the compound, like, I'm gonna be dead ass real. Even when them fools that you see on the streets that were Chicano Crips, a lot of them fools hit the compound, homie, and they become something else, bro. A lot of them fools become something else. They don't stick to the rules. They become LPPs, or I seen them fools, some of them fools become G's. I seen some of them fools become Paisas, bro. The same fools you're talking about. And then I seen them fools, some of them dudes too, bro. I seen some of them dudes just go and put down their whole flag on the yard. And it's like, damn. All this gang banging in the streets, and now you fools are fucking on the compound and you're not banging no more, homie? What the fuck? Come on, bruh. So that's why I don't accept that shit. That's why I look at it as watered down, bro. I look at that shit as watered down, homie. And maybe that's just me, though. You know what I'm saying? I see that shit. Maybe that's just me. But that's why I tell everybody a lot of that. Hell yeah. They were running wrong. Yeah, I know. Like I said, there's always an exception. There's always an exception to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying but them fools, I guarantee back when they were growing up, they probably had to fight and go to war for that shit, bro. They probably really had to just fucking go all out, bro. Like, because this is the thing is some of the homies too. Some of the homies didn't accept that shit either. So I had to fight my own homies, bro. I had to fight a lot of the Crips. Because they thought that I was going to be a pawn, my homie. They thought I was going to be a pawn at times, bro. So, I don't know, fool. When I go back to South Central, I'll show, well, it's like now, damn. LB, most people out for themselves, they flip-flop when it's convenient. Yeah, bro, and that's why, like, and that's what kind of made me feel some type of way, bro, because like the homies that I know, there was few and like it was like a thin number of like Mexican Crips that were on the yard, bro, that kept it thorough, and I can name them fools, bro. Like, I can actually name them fools. But I know a handful. I know like major fools that hit the compound, and then all of a sudden, fool, they stop banging. They start riding with other cars. I'm like, shh. Even some people I know that were close, like, did that bullshit, bro. You can't pay me to go back. Hell nah, prison's trash, brother. Prison's trash. The ones that were Crips, that were brown, usually earn that shit. Hell yeah, we had to, my bro. We had to, and like I said, bro, it's a different ball game now, though, man. Like, that shit is wild. That shit is hella wild. Vice Lords was hardly a thing back then. I never really met no Vice Lords, bro. I met some Gangsta Disciples and Four Corner Hustlers. I met some Four Corner Hustlers in the system. When I go back to South Central, that's how it'll be. Spin fast. But you know who's a real solid fool? I don't know if you guys know him. He's that Filipino fool. He's a Filipino. I think he's from Paul Rudo. That fool like a pot of roof fool, bro. And he actually was breaking it down about him going to prison. And everything that dude was saying, homie, I felt that to the T, because I knew he was speaking from the heart and what he went through. And you can actually always tell somebody was officially authentic, homie. And that fool was that fool was actually telling some good ass stories about when he hit the compound. He was saying some of the Dom moves even let that fool get rushed. You know, like damn, the Lion Kings were a big threat back then. Hell yeah, hell yeah. Some of the Filipino Cabitos were valid. With much love and respect, my bro. Yeah, already, Big Matt. Salute to you, my homie. Mall high salute. Yeah, homie. So, it's a whole different thing. 2026. I'm gonna be dead ass real, bro. It's kind of a sad situation to see what it's amounted to. You know, and people could honestly be like, oh, bro, but you was doing it, so why do you have a problem with it? But also too, though, we were doing it because it was generational and it was a thing we loved, homie. It was a thing that we actually, before we even hit the compounds in prison, we were already catching war wounds. We were already going through so much for the hood, homie. We lost a lot. We lost a lot of situations for the hood. So we already took losses, bro. We already had hatred. See, and that was another thing is too, bro. That was another thing is too. To be real with you, I don't know how deep these fools were in their hoods and how notorious they were. I don't know how much static they had with other fools. I don't know how much enemies they had with other fools, bro. Because like when I hit the main line and I hit county, I couldn't just put down my rag. I had a gang of static with fools in the city. I had a gang of fucking I had a gang of funk with all kinds of different circles of hoods. Oh, damn, he said I grew up in the 60s. Um, we gonna link. Hell yeah, brother, we gonna do that. Tailgates. I grew up in a 60s hood. Okay. Right where they filmed Boys in the Hood. Yeah, the 60s. No, well, nobody gives a fuck about what? He said, no, what? I was talking to Sev, stupid ass. No one would have figured my childhood would have ended up the way it did. So that was another thing is, bro, when I look back at that shit, I don't know how much they made statements with who they were beefing with, because I don't think anybody that really has a lot of history in warfare in the streets with a gang of different people can actually go to prison and say, I don't bang like that no more. Because as soon as you say that, you're gonna become a target in prison. They're gonna be like, oh, this fool don't bang no more. Oh yeah, we definitely getting at this fool. So I don't know how much they ring bells to people. I don't know how much enemies they really had, you know. So that's how I see it, bro. I think a lot of them fools was just like around certain gangbangers, and they be like, I'm from the hood now. I'm from this hood. No one would have figured my childhood would have ended up the way it did back then. Hell yeah, bro. I'm glad you're doing good, homie. I'm actually glad you're doing good. I'm actually glad you're doing good out here. Everybody that's striving, homie. Everybody that's striving out here. I'm glad everybody's doing good, but that's striving, homie. You know? I met some man love Cali back in the 90s. They were rolling something, I believe, rolling 20s. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. The 20s. Yeah, they had some members. They had some members of the 20s. And I think honestly, I seen a couple interviews with folks from the 20s. I look back on it like it happened that way. But I guarantee you feel good though that you out living life and peaceful, right? You out living life and peaceful, like chilling, homie, relaxing. You can go back on memories and be like, damn, I made it out of that shit. I made it out of that shit. You understand? It's not a good feeling. You know, you gotta just kind of keep striving for what you want, bro. You gotta keep striving for that shit. You know, you honestly do. I wish I could have been anywhere else. Yeah, but you know what's good about where what position you are now, bro. You have every day to like repair the foundation for yourself and what you want. It's all about a mindset, homie. And if you've been away from the system, hey, you got the mindset to stay away. You know, you got that mindset to stay away, and you're not letting anything cloud your judgment on that shit. That's always a good thing. I'm trying, but trauma sucks. You need to really come back from it, even when you're out of it. It does. Hell yeah. Every day it's a learning process, brother. Every day it's a learning process, homie. Every day it's a learning process. But every day we get up and we got to keep striving, because once people stop, they lose the whole war on that shit. As we breathe in, we have an opportunity to get better. Hell yeah, homie. Hell yeah. No matter, yeah, bro, like real shit. Because if you have an opportunity to do something and change it, like you're in a good position. You're in a good position to change some shit up, homie. Happens all the time in Cali. But that's why I try to talk to the youngsters, right? Because before you make that bed that you're gonna actually deal with for the rest of your life, try to learn from people that are telling you you're gonna make a mistake and you're gonna live with that shit for the rest of your life, bro. If it's PTSD, or it's mental illness in the brain where you're fucked off, if it's being a Fallon, and it's hard to, it's these hoops you have to jump through, like, whoo. Welcome back. I know your ass knew my phone died and shit. He'll be back. Oh yeah, I'm back. Man, I'm hot. Like doing outside of work. Saturday. Hell yeah, it's hot. It's hot, my brothers. All right, I'm in a comfortable spot now, though. I had to change up the shirt. I got a little. Shout out the homies tuned on. It's all the time again. Whoa, he has a good haircut. I do need to get a haircut though, bro. I need to go get a haircut, fool. My shit's on stretch mode. I'm thinking about growing it back out again. My shit's on stretch mode, my brother. But yeah, man, I mean, conversation, bro. We just, we go through a lot of things, bro, and we think about shit like, damn, fool, 40 years. No, it looks respectable, bro. Hell yeah, man. I need to go get a, I just need to go get a little haircut, faded up. Think about that shit, bro. 40 plus years. I think, man, I'm 40 years. I'm about to be 41 years old. 41 years old, homie. And I think about that shit all the time, bro. I gave, man, like a lot of us, we gave a lot of time to our neighborhood, and we probably gave a lot of time to the people around us, homie, people that really didn't care. Like, we gave a lot of time and effort to that shit, man. We would have put if we would have put energy, like a lot of energy into like other things, we'd have been millionaires. What up? What up? What up? Millionaires, homie. We would have been millionaires out there, homie, putting the same energy. Same energy. But shit happens, like the homie said. Shit be happening, homie. You know, you gotta go with the punches. Roll with the punches. Roll with the punches, homie. Don't let them. Don't you know? Everyone used to say that's XD. XD, real shit though. How's life and how's your beautiful wife? We good, you know. We just living day by day. I got a new job. I got a new job. She went to go get her nails done right now, so we just have to actually just trying to make it every day, you know. I just got off of work actually. I just got off of work, so I said let me tap into the good people, man. How you doing? How's everybody doing out there, man? But yeah, I went back to the warehouse. I went back to the warehouse work, and this one ain't too. It's not too far from my crib, so I'm at the warehouse work, just doing some hours at warehouse. It pays some good money though, so I can't complain. I can't really complain. Days like this is like it feels like it's trying to work its way out, but the shit hurts. Nah, for real. Hell yeah, brother. Yeah, homie. That one of the big reasons why I stay working out though, bro, is because that's the only thing that keeps me sane, bro. Life's good with God on your side. Hell yeah, anything and everything is possible. And remember, only God judges us. Yeah, you have to have some type of foundation. I mean, you know, you got to have some type of foundation. Like if you don't have a foundation to go off of, we gonna run with our heads cut off. Like for me, I have PTSD and anxiety. Yeah, bro, it's bad. Yeah, I mean, like because of trauma. Hell yeah, because of trauma. Because of traumas, bro. We were not we were not given a silver spoon in our mouth at an early age. We went through shit, homie. You know, and that's for a lot of people, bro. Like, what up? What it, Big Gerald? What's cracking with you, brother? I tried to do yard work. Oh, nice. You got a house on me? Big Josh, what's up, my brother? What's up, my bro? I just got back to the house, fam. I'm fine, yeah. That's good, my bro. Nice out here, man. It's beautiful. Colorado's beautiful right now. It's kind of hot, but it's beautiful though. Yeah, I'm good. I just got off this little work day. What do you think about the U.S. government now claiming and closing off even more on public land around Area 51? Wow. To give you a real answer, I don't even think about it because I didn't even know that was going on. I don't even know. I don't like to be real with you. Kind of gave I kind of gave up on anything to do with government, man, because then I just don't believe them fools even care. I do. It's here, Manfield, Ohio. Oh, nice, nice, nice. I go outside angry, and I'm gonna need help, bro. Like for real. Wow. All I could say is this, man. Like you got to find something. You got to find something that you're striving for, bro. That gives you like any type of peace of mind and really put energy into that. For me, I have to be real with you. Me and having the faith aspect, bro, that's what gives me peace. To be real, bro, like, cause I have something, a new identity to look forward to. You know, I have an identity to look forward to, bro. Like, I put a lot of energy into my faith. It's gave me a lot more peace in life, homie. A lot more peace in life. That's how I feel, man. Find purpose, my bro. Hell yeah, you have to, man. You have to. Do you think they have anything to hide from the public, or why don't they want us to see? Oh, I mean, come on, Rada. Yeah, they probably do. If they're hiding it, homie, they got stuff. This man, we live in a whole world of just cover-ups, bro. Yeah. They got stuff they're hiding for you from you every single day, homie. Every single day they're hiding something from you. You know? Yeah, they hide stuff from it, but we're fallen people, homie. This world is built off of fail, like falling. Like this shit is, we talk about bad people, bro. This world's built off of just badness. Like from the ancients, bro. Like fools was, it's all tyrants out here, bro. It's like every time going to do something in the yard ends up screaming my mind out to the world. While you're in my prayers, bro, like I hope you find peace and God gives you a peace of heart and peace of mind, bro. You know, they got some shit our minds can't comprehend for real. I knew this one guy who worked spot and he said that the shit they was working on, bro. See, full of tyrants. How yeah, tyrants, bro. Just fools, just massacring fools, bro. The other night I went door dashing, homie, and this was like a week ago, and I thought I actually seen a demon, homie. When you start seeing that type of stuff, you know that there's stuff in this world that's just. But I seen this tall ass dude, and it was like 3 in the morning, and I'm door dashing, homie, and I see this fool in a hoodie, and he's in the middle of the street, just stuck. Like he's not moving at all, bro. He's just like, and he was tall. He had a hoodie on, and he stood there, and he just was paused, bro, in the middle of the street, like something just paused him. So I went to Kofax and Sims to go get some Taco Bell for an order. I came back, and he's still in that position, bro. He didn't move for like a whole 20 minutes. Boom. So I said, why would somebody be at 3 in the morning that like just stuck in the street? So I went back up to Six and Sims, and I said, I gotta go see what the hell this dude's doing. Like, is this fool like real? Like, who's just stuck in the middle of the street, like not moving at all, bro? So I went back, homie, and when I came back, there's a 7-Eleven, and I was coming down the street, and just out of nowhere, fool, like nothing was there, bro. Like it just disappeared. Oh yeah, yeah, that's kind of where I was. It disappeared, fool. I seen it 2 times. I seen that figure 2 times, like just in the middle of the street. You couldn't see its face. You just see it, whoever what it was had a hoodie on, bro. Like he had the hoodie on his head and he was just paused, tall. Came back, saying he was still in the same position, and then I started letting it play on my mind. I said, "Nah, fool, like that was weird." So I went back, bro, and it just disappeared. Like he just disappeared, or whatever it was, just disappeared, homie. Um, what's your ethnicity? I got Spanish, Native Puerto Rican, and Chicano. Yeah, I be seeing some crazy shit over here. I call it the zombie. It could have been full on some fentanyl, but like it was tall, bro. This shit had to be like 7'3", 7. It was tall, bro, in a hoodie. Like I don't see people in the street 3 o'clock. That's the witching hour too. And it was just stuck, homie. Never seen its face though. Like I couldn't see the face in the hoodie, but it had its hoodie on his head, bro, and he was just stuck. So, I seen some shit, bro. I seen some shit. So I just kind of like I know that there's deeper shit out there, homie. I know that there's all kinds of deep shit out there. So Area 51 is a big possibility. Area 51 could be a big possibility, bro. They got something over there. Got something. I think a lot of times though, people be having a like generational Like it comes before you, and it's in your family, like generations in your family, but there's stuff attached to the family generations, bro. And I think some people are immune to it, and I think some people it just like it affects people. So people that schizophrenia shit and all that, bro. Like I think that's actually like it's deeper than just a diagnosis of a mental illness. That shit is like there's some shit attached to them people, bro. They be hearing voices, and it's generational, bro. Generational. You got to break generational curses. You got to break generational curses, bro. Because like if you have generational curses, that shit gets attached. It gets attached to people, bro. Family runs deep. 100. Yeah, like sleepwalking. People be yeah. Hey, Uncle Lur, what's up with it, Big Shiesty? What up, nephew? One thing, honestly, I don't be understanding how people just they think everything, they think actually everything's like they think everything's like a coincidence. They'll see some different things, but they still think everything's a coincidence. They think actually everything's a coincidence. Oh, that's a coincidence that happened, and what I'm saying, it's like, bro, you just seen this with your own eyes, but you think everything's a coincidence. Like I don't really understand that. I seen two shadow people in my old crib. Yeah, that's real too. I don't know if they were shadow people. I mean, it had to be something because I seen some figures that were that were in the Westwoods, bro. But I don't sleepwalk. Interesting. Hey, thank you for the gift, homie. Onk alert. Let's go. Hell yeah. Salute my boy. What's good with it, my brother? Project boy. What's up with it, my homie? How you doing today? I just got off this little work day. Some people don't want to face the truth. Nah, because then if they face the truth, then they have to say there's something out there, and then that's when that's when the situation happens. That's when situation happens, and they say, "Oh, do you believe in God? Do you believe in heaven? Do you believe in hell?" They know that there's something out there, but in their mind, they feel like they don't want to be controlled. That's what I get from a lot of people that don't really be like tapping into like faith and stuff. They feel that way, homie. You know. So yeah, I don't know, man. It's wild, bro. It's deep. What I miss on the live. We was just talking. Like I was telling about a story about I seen this shadow figure in the middle of the street a week ago, bro, and it just was stuck. It was like a big old dude. It was like 7'5" or something, bro, and he was like, I was door dashing, and he was just in the middle of the street, just stuck. And I hit the block twice on it, bro, and it was still there. And then I came back like, nah, bro, that's weird. I came back and I'm like, what? That shit is real, fool. That's a real beat. That was a real thing. It disappeared, homie. A lot of homegirls from the West will be doing voodoo. I mean, you do you know that them fools actually said that there's actually like a beast over there, bro, in the Westwoods? Because that had a lot of like things attached to it, the Westwoods, bro. You know? The Hat Man? Where'd you see that shit at, fool? Yeah, hell yeah. I believe you, homie. I believe in all that. Not only that, fool, I've heard like a thing whistle at me, like by the foothills, homie. So when you ask me, bro, I mean, I was walking by the foothills, bro, and I heard off in the distance, and it's totally dark. I'm like, nah, homie, that's not. I'm not going that way. With the mass shooting last night at Hampton, yeah, they were dumping on fools. Yeah, people are out here acting up, acting up. Look at the little kids that just killed somebody. Look at what happened last night. And this, damn, yeah. And you could, and nobody's gonna ever be able to say, nah, that didn't happen, because the truth of the matter is that it did happen, man. You know, yeah, they'll try to say, oh, nah, you were tripping. I have seen Hat Man peek into my room once, nothing else. Thank God. That's deep. That's a scary situation right there. And I believe that shit wholeheartedly, because I believe in them things, man. 7 foot tall, damn, damn. When I was younger, I saw a hunched over little shadow midget in front of one of the town trying. He didn't have a human shape or size. I doubled back and he was gone. That was real. That was totally real, bro. Nah, I mean, I see where I see what you're saying, but I mean, I just, dude, I seen some crazy stuff out there. I sleep with a Bible on my bed. My black cat sleeps on it. Yeah, man. Demons are real, man. Demons are real. Well, what did you see? I once seen a crackhead peek around a corner by the Bunny Motel. Which one? Like the Bugs Bunny Motel? The Bugs Bunny Motel on Kendall and Kovacs? Oh, you already know. You already know the heads is gonna peek out. That's Zombie Land too. One time, me and the homie, I think I told this story. Me and the homie, this is right after some shit popped off with my other homie. One of my homies gets shot in the leg. Homie at a house party. Somebody shot that fool. We were like on one. So we're trooping up and down Colfax, like we're going from Decatur and we're going all the way back to Sheridan and Colfax, up all them blocks. So we decide to go by Wadsworth and Colfax, and we come back down, and I see a couple dudes at a bus stop, and they look gang related. So we parked on the side. We parked on the side of Kendall Street, and we came up where the bus stop is. The dude was in his phone. He's all in his phone. So when we walked up on him, we pressed homie, and he looked at us like deer in the headlights, like what the hell? Because he didn't, and that's why you can't get caught slipping in your phone. The dude was so intrigued with what he was seeing in his phone. He looks up, and the first thing he says is like he starts stuttering, and I'm like, I'm tripping. So he takes off. That fool takes off, and he runs into that Bugs Bunny hotel. He runs into the Bugs Bunny hotel, bro. So we give chase, and when he gets in there, he whistles, homie, and like I don't know what they were doing, but like there was like 7 of them fools that were with him came out, and they called that the Beehive. I mean, they called that shit the Beehive. I said they were saying that was the Beehive. Hello, time I think about when I was living in the shelters. I think about it. I was rooming with the people, not the Bugs Bunny. Oh, how you guys got to go to the Riverdale Road though if you want to see some crazy stuff. The Beehive, more like Roach. Yeah, they were saying that, but you know what I told the homie? I said, man, because we went in there tripping, and we were still tripping in there, and them fools were like, they basically were saying one of the OG fools, he was from Park Hill, he knew me from the pen, but his homies, the little fools that were with him, they were kind of, I would have to say, a little scary. But in the back of my mind, we were actually caught slipping because they were hella deep and a couple of them fools had pistols down. So when it was all said and done, I said, damn, I told the homie, I said, actually, we were caught slipping in that shit because I honestly expected them fools to start packing us out, packing us out. We left that shit untouched though. But in my mind, I said, bro, that was a death trap. We ran behind him, and he went straight to where his home was like right up. And if they were on anything, we were done. If they were really about that shit, they would have packed us out or popped us. I said, man, how did we leave that shit untouched? I said, bro, I told the homie, God was with us. God was with us because we left untouched, bro. We didn't get packed out or nothing. I said, man, what it do? Hey, bro, thank you for being a big homie. Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah, salute to you, my dude. I told you, you the homie, man. Hike through the water, Crane Trail. Oh, nice. And the different abandoned buildings. Ooh, that shit, I guarantee that shit was skinny. It was cracking, gang. Shit, we just chilling, man. We just chopping it up. I got off of work. I had to come say what's up to the community. Hey, if you're new to the channel, man, hit that like, subscribe, notification bell, man. Y'all show me some love. Road to 6,000. I'm back at it like a crack addict. Bro, because as soon as he took off like a track star, he ran. So we give chase because we're going to try to pack his ass out. He runs in, he does like a whistle and starts yelling, fool, and there was fools that came out the whole door, every door. They came out, and they were all his homies. I told the fool from Park Hill because he recognized, and I knew who he was. I said, hey, your homie ran like a bitch, though. I said, he ain't even no Damu, homie. He a bitch. He ran from us. He seen that shit, got mad at his homie. I said, we here for certain, we knew who we were there for. I said, we here for certain fools from a certain hood. His other fool that was the only one that was over there, he was like, bro, I'm just trying to make some money. But I for sure thought we was going to get packed out, bro. I thought we were going to get jumped. Baltimore, hell yeah. Homeless shelter. You're always at. Oh, yeah, yep. It's right near Denver by Littleton. Oro, man. Yeah, that fool's was wildin', bro. They called that the Beehive. On dead homies, they called that the Beehive. But yeah, bro, that shit was wild, though. The Beehive. So then they tore that shit. They tore the apartment. They tore that little motel across the street down because somebody got smacked. Somebody actually got chipped off in that apartment complex. I didn't really know, bro. I always say this shit too. I always say this, homie. I did not know that little area right there was actually full of gangbangers, homie. I never knew that shit was full of gangbangers, bro. From Sheridan to Colfax all the way to Sheridan and Wadsworth, homie. That shit was gangbang central. Cause at that Sheridan and Colfax, homie, I got into like the whole time of being over there, I got into like 5 fights in that alleyway. In the liquor store, we got in a big ass rumble. By the gas station, we got in the rumble. Literally that, and then fools was dying right there. I said, bro, I never knew this little shit was that turned up. Sheridan and Colfax. And everybody was moving over there. All in fools, there are downloads. Ain't shit, especially in prison, even in Lyman, Colorado. Huh? Hold up. All in fools that are downloads. Ain't shit, especially in prison. What you want? Got you what a oh, I live in Broomfield, New Jersey. Oh, in an apartment thing. Things are a bit weird. Damn, what's happening over there? Yeah, that's what it was, honestly. That's what it was, bro. It was a gang of them dudes. My buddy tried hike that 2 trails. How did he get through that shit? You look like a a calfaholic. Hell yeah, bro. I am too. All those gangsters did 360 spins. Nah, bro, but I'll tell you this. I never seen a fool do track star as quick as that dude. That fool could have been on the track team. No, there was another dude, and this dude was probably the biggest track star. This fool left his baby's mom, bro. He left his baby's mom and a kid in a stroller and took off. I said, homie, in my whole life, I'm not leaving my baby's mom and I'm not leaving my kid and just running away from them, because anything could happen to the baby's mom and the kid, to be real with you. Like 2026, they might stomp out the kid and the baby's mom. But that fool, literally the fastest dude I ever seen. Lakehood. But the smartest decision, don't go back to living in the same homeless shelter. Hell no. Nah. What up, my dude? Shout out to you. If you need a homeless shelter, find a different one. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I literally paroled to the Mesa Verde Hotel over there, Chase. I'm in the Mesa Verde Hotel, fool. Like, that's where I paroled. You know where the Mesa Verde, that's between all them blocks. Yeah, Colorado Mills. I was over there two days ago. Lakehood. It's not like that today, though. It'd be a lot of cop presence over there in Colfax. Oh, shit, okay. And a lot of old buildings are getting knocked down. Damn. Damn. I could see it, though. No, he came short. He worked boots. Oh, damn. You gotta come fully activated, man. We had some supposed gangsters come to Salt Lake City from Colorado trying to flex, but it didn't work out. Nah, you don't go to somebody's backyard. Hell, never go to somebody's backyard trying to flex. Flex for the X. All them dominoes ain't nothing, especially in prison in Lyman, Colorado. Not the dominoes, fool. Yellow from the other side. I reported that dude who was spamming. Oh yeah, he's a weirdo. Gangsta in Utah. Hey, but nah, some of them dudes was actually acting up. They knocking down a lot of motels, yup. What's up with it? Now there was another dude too, and I don't know if you guys live over there by, I don't know who lives by Alameda in Sheridan. You got whoever lives over there that knows that area, you have to know this dude because he was always out. He used to walk in that whole neighborhood all the time, and he would have the West Side hat on, bro, and he would have a red bandana just tucked in the hat, and it would be flying like a big ass wingspan, bro. And he'd be walking in red Dickies and everything, bro. The hardest fool on Alameda and Sheridan, like around that area. And one time, bro, he was walking over there by that Dollar Tree, and my homie had seen him, hopped out. This fool, he seen the homie come up, and that fool said, boom, he took off. So I tried to gun it and catch his ass in the car, but he went into the rim shop, and they locked the rims on that fool. Locked the rims. They locked him in there. Even the east side of Denver's changing. How it's been changing, bro. Wheat Ridge, Walmart, I've been there too. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. The kind of hygiene product. Damn, hygiene would get a full kill too, man. You need to have some good hygiene. I think that little fool's name was I think he was called Tank West or something like that. That's what that fool's name was. Bro, they locked that fool in the rim shop right on Alameda and Sheridan, bro. They literally locked him in there. Like, they locked him in there, and we started kicking that. We was trying to get in there. The Venezuelans wasn't trying to clean everybody's windows, though. I said, damn, homie, that fool was a track star. Tried to believe. Hell nah. But you know when somebody's running like with a flight for life. You should do gay porn. I can't remember that dude's name. I do remember him, bro. That fool used to be bailing around like the hardest fool ever, fool. He would be flamed down with the red bandana under the hat, just like a wingspan, homie, and he'd just be So that's why I honestly thought if you hop out on this dude, he might get to fading out with your ass. He was one of them dudes that you just thought that. I think his name was Tank West or something like that, bro. Tank West or something. And I never seen somebody just run that fast. Never seen somebody run that fast. I said, damn, fool. That fool could have been on the track star. Savage, let me see. Huge Samoan cousin tried to clean people's windshields. Damn. And gas station, but they all drove away scared. How old am I? I'm 40. I'm 40, about to be 41. Yeah, I'm 40, about to be 41. How old are you? But I just give advice. I give advice to you dudes, man. If you're banging like that, just bang. Just fight. Just fight, homie. If you're that much of a banger, fight. Like just fight. Even if you fight, even if you lose, just fight. Because you don't want to be having the presence of just being a gangster and being that much of a thoroughbred. Like you look like you're actually turned up, and then you just, I'm a native, man, from the east side. Oh hell yeah! Shout out to my natives. A lot of Westwood blood. They have the name Facebook as West. Shit, I'm not even gonna say the fool's name. His name was, he was from West Ridge though. He was from West Ridge. His name starts with a B. Whoever knows the West Ridge fools, you guys know who I'm talking about. Caught that little fool slipping by the Noodles and Company. And I just hopped out on this fool, and he said, OG! He said, OG, hold up. And he started running from me, bro. He hit Alameda, but the way he did it, he was like, OG, I'm not even tripping like you. That fool ran across Alameda, fool. Homie, he almost got hit by the car. I said, man. So his name started with a B. I'm not gonna put him on full blast for that shit, but if he knows who I'm talking about if he tuning in, because his little brother tuned into my shit. I'm a gangster blood from Vampire, and I will gangster blow the side 44 block. That's what's up, bro. You really loud for a Jewish streamer. Yeah. It's not being afraid. It's like asking yourself, like, why? Just why does it have to happen? And you start thinking, like, this is what happened right now. Oh, sweat. Hell nah. Before, and it's time to give up the gang star. What are you doing, OG? How you been? I just got down. I just got done working, my brother. Just getting off of work, coming to tapping with the good people. I just wanted to say what's up because they told me to get my watch hours up. How did your son like that? I swear, too fucking hot. Ooh. I met some low out dudes from Pueblo when I lived in West Denver. Hell yeah, shout out to the West Denver food. Shout out to Pueblo too. He said he spelled Paru, Peru. Oh my gosh. I remember one time 3 Westwood Bloods ran away from 2 Simone by Florida Federal. Who you're talking about, I call him Slippin'. Yeah, it was the funniest shit, bro. I see. I like, this is the thing is, man. I'm not gonna, like, I was for one at one time I was gonna like expose people's names that I be seeing in these music videos, and but I'm not gonna be that. I'm not gonna be that YouTuber. I'm not gonna be that YouTuber. But there's a lot of fools that I see in these music videos that I just know, like, if I if I drop some information on these dudes, it's like, bro, we know about your ass. We know about you. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just crazy. Um, hey, bro, I just gotta say this is um, and you got to get down and playing pool. Hell yeah, I'll be getting it in pool. There's some rappers out there, fool, that be in these rap videos. There's some rap videos from both sides though. There's some rap videos from Park Hill, and then there's some rap videos from the West Side Denver fools too. That I'm like, homie, y'all, some of y'all fools is Olympians. Who remembers Pinky's pool house in Westminster back in the day? Hell yeah, bro. Who remembers table stakes? Let me be dead ass serious, and then you guys tell me this, right? You tell me this, and I'm gonna be serious. Whatever, I'm gonna be serious. So one time. This was the only time, bro. This was the only time a situation came and I played peacemaker, right? I'll say I was a peacemaker, but I just had copped a brand new tight ass white hat. Oh, I had a white on, bro. Like everything was white. I had some brand new forces. Everything was white, homie. I just made a gang of money and I was feeling hella good, homie. Like nothing could break my peace. I was feeling good, bro. And I was actually going through there was like by Sloan's Lake, and there was this fucking, you could tell this fool was just having a badass day, a super bad day. And he was pissed at the world. And he was walking, and like, you gotta understand, my attitude was so good, homie. I was feeling good and I was clean. I was just about to go gig. I was about to have a good time, homie. And this fool walked by just tripping, like mugging. And I said, man, not right now, bro. Cause I feel so good. I got all white on, bro. And he's like, what up? I said, bro, you tripping for no reason. What the fuck you tripping for? I said, go upon your way. And he's like, nah, homie, this is what it is. I said, bro, go that way. Because I really, at that day, bro, I didn't really have no energy to have any negativity. So I guess you could say Savage Sev didn't get the heads up in that situation. So call it what you want. All I know is I was feeling good that day, bro. Trying to me down. Thank you. I only asked because my son might start going to kindergarten out there. Oh yeah, hell yeah. So yeah, because somebody had asked me, have you ever ran in a situation where you didn't fade? And that probably would be the only time, bro, because I just felt too good and all white, bro. I didn't want to ruin the fit. I had a gang of money in the pocket. I was just feeling good. Yeah, I'll say that. I'll be dead ass real. Hell yeah, that's probably the only time. This the old head from the north side Denver called Bobby. There was a video of his ass getting dragged, ooh, out of his house by Bloods because he kept showing them guns and kept this. Damn, damn. Oh, I'm definitely, you can't. Damn. They put that out on video too. They put that shit out on a video. That's all bad, bro. You better never go out like that. We can we bring back paper route click? Hell yeah, the homie Bible always in here. Man, I messed women back in the day that attracted got weird. They no longer look as God. Hell nah, cause drugs just done age them over there. So casino, I met you there. We gambled into oh yep. Avenue with the blood gang. I'll give you the phone. Hell nah. I got some good hookers for damn. Yeah, so yeah, somebody had asked that. I was like, man, is there ever been a time where I didn't fade in the situation? And that would have been the only time, bro. Yeah, because I really just felt good, bro. I was in all white too. I felt good. Nothing could break Savage's spirit, homie. Yeah, that was the only time, bro. He in actually Arizona, my bro. Yeah, he's in Arizona, to be real with you. He's doing good though, homie. He's living life. He bounced back from that shit. Yeah, he bounced back. He's doing hella good for that shit. Like, I'm proud of that little dude, man. He got his shit together out there, you know? But I always talk about that shit too. I have always talked about that shit, bro. Um, Sometimes you have to move. Sometimes you have to move in a different way. You got to move in a different way, and sometimes you just got to get out your comfort zone and just leave the situation, homie. You know, don't forget to why. Sometimes you do, bro, because like sometimes your backyard will be the reason why you don't get to where you are. You know, like your backyard will be the reason why you don't get to the next level because you're so used to like what goes on in your backyard. You know. I'm never going back. Hell nah. Don't ever go back, my brother. Shit. If you know. They said the one that got at my bro was somebody that was close. That's what I was telling you dudes, man. It'd be the closest people that'll try to get you. That's what they say. That's the word on the big yard. Oh, yep, yep. Shout out to that's actually my bros, little Jonathan and Lewis. Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, he's doing good though. Yeah, nah, he's doing good. You know, what's the flea market like in Denver? Oh, it's big, bro. Like it's probably the only place where you can get anything there for cheap. Yeah, yeah. It's like the it's like the swamp meat, bro. Just anything you could get anything there for the cheap. Yeah, it's cool though. Yeah, if you ever come, go to the Mall High Flea Market, man. 9 fives all keys, no shake, and I'm dead to the game. Hell yeah, homie. Hell yeah. Yeah, you got to go to the Mall High Flea Market though. Mall High Flea Market's where it's at. Yeah, I had seen him about three weeks ago. Yeah, I have seen him about 3 weeks ago. Little Jonathan's over there in the army right now. He over there in the army. Tell us about the time your brother got fade out park and he was mixing that one fool. Oh, my bro. Oh, my bro. There's a couple times. There's even actually some footage at a barbershop where he just took off on somebody. Oh, I don't really know about my bro, homie. Like I heard about him, but because he was in YOS. He was in the juvenile detention place. He went to YOS. I yeah, he got charged as an adult and went to YOS. So he had a little different stay in the penitentiary, you know. Oh hell yeah, people don't really have the heart to tell people anything. A lot of people don't really have the heart to tell people confrontational like what they're doing wrong or anything because people tend to just they tend to actually like want to just follow the crowd to be real with you. Appreciate your content. That's cool. Story um getting minutes in the distract. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, you're good. Hell yeah. Yeah, shout out to everybody, man. Shout out to you. Like you know the family, man. God bless you. Who works with him and they be telling me when his head's on swivel when he's on the west side. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That's how it goes. Yeah, that's how it goes though. I mean, that's what it is though, bro. Like when you go through something like that, let's be real. When you go through something like that, your head's always gonna be on the swivel. You know, Bird Bath because I like sick e-bikes. Bobby Tech. So his main artist, he used to be a Playboy Gangsta Crip and turned into a Northenian. The main artist that he messes with, bro, that everybody thinks he's a big ass Northenian, he used to actually be a Crip. He used to be a Playboy Gangsta Crip and then turned Northenian in a matter of a year. I don't do this here like spoke the literacy, but he used to be a Crip and turned into a Northenian, homie. I knew him when he was cripping. We used to actually sick that little fool on fools. Like, he used to be a rider. I can't take none from him being a rider. I mean, he was more rider than his brother. Um, but when we went to the penitentiary, homie, that fool turned into a Northenian. Front lines, yeah. I was talking about then the time. Oh yeah, well, the reason why that even happened, Matt, is because there was a party that occurred, a big old party that occurred, and one of the homies started fading out, and my little homie from the set, he ended up getting into it with one of them fools, and they end up chunking it. The word is one of the fools tried to say that they jumped the homie, so that's why it turned into almost a whole war. Because at the time, I was ready to pull up on them fools at a barbershop, so we had a gang of the homies in the park, and we're about to pull up to that barbershop and just line up with all them fools. But it was a lie. That whole shit was a lie, to be real with you. There's this fool called most of the Northsider holder. Yeah, I don't know. I know some solid Northsiders though. If I spoke my whole lit, it would take hours and most of the chat. How yeah, brother? Don't, yeah, we'll chop it up though for real, bro. The crazy part about this shit, bro, is that some of them fools know that shit because he got exposed, and fools was actually they put a green light out on that fool. So I don't know, man, but yeah, yep, that happened, homie. But like I said, I'm not here to expose anybody. Like, I'm not gonna mention people's names, but you could put the two together. Go look at Bobby Tech and go look at one of the main artists on there that he's like the biggest artist that raps with Bobby Tech, and he's a Northenian. You'll put it together, you know. You'll put that shit together if you could read between the lines. Don't have to be in a gang to be have not hell not gangs. I mean, a lot of people join gangs just for like some protection, definitely, you know. But I didn't really even know that about Bobby Tech, fool. I didn't even know that. That's wild. I never joined. Hell yeah, that's good though. That's good. I wish honestly, when I think about it all said and done, I wish I kind of just stayed away from it. You know, I kind of wish that I just stayed away from gangs. I kind of wish I would have just kind of went sport down the sports road. What's up with it? What's cracking with it, my bro? Yeah, if I would have just played sports, bro, I would have been balling out of control. That's the shit that messes with me the most is that I could have just did everything else but go down that road. You know, taking care of your family is better than everything. Hell yeah, my bro. No, that ain't even no lie. You know, the family is like the most important thing out of everything. Hey, send a big go. Let's go. How's your day going? I'm good. I got off of work. I just got off of work, and so I'm just kind of just chatting it up with the homies on here. Hope everybody's blessed. What up? What up? What up? What up? What up? Do still talk to the G's like Ricky Ma. All that fool's cuff and Nash. Nah, like, bro, when you do time, you kind of people go their separate way. I ran into SK though. The homie was just talking about the homie too, but they're all doing their thing, and then some of them fools is, the game took over, bro. Some of them fools is doing bad in life, so yeah, some of them fools is doing bad in life, homie. But I've actually talked to a couple of them fools recently. The homie AG, that fool did our music thing at the concert last year. So yeah. Last night my mom all introduced me to her friend guy. Walks in his full body armor. He was a bounty hunter. Oh shit, he was bounty hunter? Who was he looking for? It was threatened to join. Why would anyone who feels threatened decide to join? He just got out. Oh, okay. I feel it, man. It's wild. Looking for you. Who? Who's looking for who? Bro, nobody could be looking for the savage. I don't do nothing but go home. Nobody's looking for me. He was showing all his gear, was dope. Had the crazy flashlight. Yeah, I'm code 4. I'm good. I'm good. Man, yeah, they definitely ain't looking for Savage Said, bro, unless they want to go to church. I'm gonna take them to church. Hey, dude, who was this guy? Damn, where you come from? Where you come from, Mister Ugly? Damn, you ugly ass profile. You got an ugly ass profile. Your ass is ugly, fool. Who is this guy? What the hell kind of haircut is that? What is this guy doing? Out of here, coach, like the Rockies. The Rockies, one strike, two strikes, you're out of here. Now you know why I never joined. I didn't appreciate feeling thread, and I wasn't impressed with them. How nah? There was, yeah, peanut head. The reason why I joined the gang was because situation that I was dealing with. I feel you. Hell yeah, man. Shit, I would have joined. I would have joined the honor roll. Man, if I could do everything over again, I would have went to school. I would have been in all the school spirit. I would have went to prom. I would have went to the snowball. I would have played sports, won some championships, and then the best feeling ever, I would have went to a university college just to experience the college life. Been in all the college shit, go to universities. I would have been turned up for the school, making a lot of money, bro, and just living life. Living life to the fullest, bro, enjoying life, going on trips across the world, build a whole ass empire, and just literally live life and had a good life, bro. You prove me wrong. Hell yeah, that's what you have to do, brother. But my stupid ass decided to try to just live this life that just didn't even make sense. I tried to live a life that didn't even make sense, homie. Oh hell yeah, that's how it has to go though, right? You got to learn from that first time. Yeah, to my, yeah, and I did. Yeah, so that's kind of how I think about that shit, man. That's how I be thinking about that shit. Like, damn, fool. Salute to the chat. Salute to the big dogs on the yard, man. It was a car. It was always cars back then. More it was guns. Two. Damn. I wish I never joined. Oh, but now I'm dealing with the issues and it's scary. And one thing about this, bro, is like you have in that lifestyle, you have two decisions. You got two decisions in that lifestyle. You're gonna fulfill what a real one is, and everything else, there's no excuse for it. Even if it doesn't fall in your lap the right way, you have to live accordingly to what the rules are, even if it does you dirty, because the rules are the rules. In order to be an honorable official food that has no smut, you got to follow rules that might not benefit you in the end. You have to follow rules, homie, in order to even be considered that person you're chasing. And if you really are that person, you're gonna follow rules that hurt your ass. There's rules and regulations to that shit, homie. There's no excuse, especially when it comes to catching cases. Prison. There's no excuse ever. Nothing somebody does to you, somebody does to your family, you do not have a right to snitch. Even if you get the bad end of the stick, there's rules to the game, homie. You don't get an excuse when you get to snitch or not. Snitching in the game, when you're a part of that, it's a no-no. You have to live up to that shit. You don't get to determine when you don't play by the rules. And that's the thing what people do nowadays. They don't play by real rules. Their rules are made up. And then they make excuses why they do what they do. Oh, it was this and that. Oh, these fools did this to me and that. So yeah, nah, bro, you don't get to play like that. You play with fire, you better be ready to get burned, bro. What it do? That's the cold hard facts, homie. I'm not sugarcoating shit for none of y'all. I'm telling you how it is. You got to deal with that shit, bro. Even if you had to take the rap, this is how cold the game is, homie. Even if you got the bad end of the stick and you have to go do time because of somebody else's actions, and you know damn well you didn't have nothing to do with this, but a real motherfucker, homie, they're gonna say, hey, there's a code to this game, so deal with what comes with that shit. Even if it's not you the one that even made that happen. Even if it's not you that made that happen, you still, in order to be considered what you're chasing, you have to hold up to that shit, bro. That's why I don't fuck with it, because there's selective politicking in this shit, bro. There's selective politicking, but if you're a real one, you have to own up to that shit. You have to live by that shit, bro. So there's no reason to be street dudes and be in this shit, bro. Because the hardest thing you'll ever have to do is be responsible, man, bro. That's the dopest shit you can do, is be a person that builds a legacy and provides for your loved ones, homie. That's not gangsterism. That's being a real one right there. That's what the real ones do, homie. Go every day to the work site and bust their ass to create a foundation, not because you can pick up a pistol. And that shit is dumb. That shit is stupid, bro. That doesn't make nobody gangster because you can do that. The most softest ass punks be busting on foods. Soft ass foods will shoot you quicker than a food that's a rider because they're scared. So all this demon time and drill music and what everybody glorifies, that doesn't even it doesn't determine who you are. You might have been a scary ass fool that had to use a gun because you were too scared of everything else. But you know what happens to them little dudes that only know how to use guns? They usually get wrecks in the jungle of the real ones, bro. They usually get in wrecks. They go to prison and then they become a prison victim because they don't got a pistol to protect them no more. They don't even know how to survive, bro. I mean, I don't know, bro. Like I barely know about them dudes, my bro. But they glorify, like, even if they're killing out there, bro, they glorify that shit too much. And they think it's like cool to glorify people dying, which it's a part of the streets, but like when you kill somebody, they're not coming back ever, bro. I don't glorify that shit, bro. Even though I know people kill for what they do, and I'm not even saying I won't kill if it's survival. I'm not even saying that. If it comes to my family, yeah, bro, I'll chip a motherfucker off quick. I'll put bullets in fools because you're not gonna touch me or my family in that manner. But homie, just killing people and thinking that shit is just the way to live, it's backwards, bro. You literally are, like you're not you don't come back from death, homie. Like there's no coming back when somebody dies, bro. You can't get a second chance in that shit. People are taking people's lives like disposable, homie. And see, and this is what I don't get is like when people talk like this, people don't want to hear that shit. But I'll tell you like this, it's a lot of people that don't even live the street life that just like to hear about the street life. So when you say it's lame, they'll be like, "Oh, bro, nah, my favorite rappers are doing this." Like, bro, your favorite rappers ain't even really putting in work like that. Shut up. But if that's what you think is cool and being, like you have to recenter what you think, you know? You got to recenter how you think because that shit is not cool, homie. You know? Cheers. What up, Daniel? So yeah, that's what that is, fool. It's just like with the FBP shit, bro. You're living the life of this rapper shit, right? And you're glorifying the streets where you're talking about pistol play. You're talking about riding. And a lot of people do this shit. But when they get to the county, when they get to the county, they actually open their mouth and put it out there. They're really kind of scared for their lives. I do not give a fuck of the situation you walk into when you're a street dude and you're in the streets. You do not get to play I'm scared now. Even if you know you're gonna die behind that shit. You better go handle your business. You better go get off on the first person you see that's trying to get at you. You do not get an excuse to tell the judge, the DA, the cops, and put that out there. You have a restraining order or you're scared. Like, no, that's a no bueno, fool. And anybody that advocates for that, we know that that's not what you live. You can't advocate for that and make excuse for that shit, bro. When you're living that life, you don't have an excuse for that shit. What's FBP? It was a music group, bro, but they got caught for all kinds of shootings, bro, drive-bys, and then the main fool, there was a video circulating, and he was telling the judge that he had a restraining order, and somebody tried to stab him. I seen the video with my own eyes. Now I don't know the whole situation, but you're not allowed to do that shit. It doesn't matter if you're gonna get jumped or not. You're not allowed to do that in the street life, bro. You better go get off on the first person you see from the opposition. Get packed out. Get jumped. But at least you'll have a tale. Oh, he was a rider. He went out like a solid fool. He went out squabbling for his. You don't get to choose and pick when you a rider or not, bro. Hell nah, you don't. You don't get to choose that shit. You don't get to choose when you want to be a rider. Only in music. You better go handle that shit. You better go handle that shit, bro. Cold hard facts. That's the cold hard facts, brothers. But then again, these fools be coming into the game, homie, and they don't even get their dicks wet with the hood, with real being in enough warfare. They don't even know how to handle that shit when it comes their way. Them fools, their whole resume in the streets never even been a part of any type of warfare. Never been a part of any type of real warfare. So they don't know how to handle that shit when it comes their way. Because really, homie, it's a big fabrication like that. Whatever did happen. I mean, a couple of them fools are doing music still. You know, they were up and coming. Hell yeah, they were. They could have stuck to the music and been millionaires. Because I actually like their sound. Oh shit, that was your name right there. Yeah, but that's what that was. That's what that was, my homies. You know. I seen that a lot. I seen that a lot. I seen that a lot in the penitentiary though. Like people checking out, people checking out of prison, bro. Like doing a check-in move to get away from the severity of like what it is. What is the life? You know, people checking out of them units because their life is in danger because they know that there's a severity level to that. You know, you can't play games and get away from that shit in prison because that shit follows you. It's on a whole different scale when it comes to that aspect, you know. But it happens a lot, bro. That shit happens a whole lot. I didn't understand it. Why do you think of these hoods and sets? You can click and fall out. Hold up real quick. Don't go nowhere. Let me answer this little text message real quick. Well, if it goes off, y'all hold up, stay tuned. Um uh, I mean, homie. I mean, if you don't have any like history of beefing, I feel like there can be neutral ground where you're not beefing, but to click up and like to ride over numbers, I kind of just be like, bro, like you don't have to click up with these fools, take on the whole baggage of these fools, like fools that they beef with, because you're doing that basically, right? Um, but usually in them situations, the circles are never going to be under one umbrella because there's always going to be a fool that gets mad over here. Oh, we ain't following rules. Like, there's always going to be people going against the grain. So it's not a good idea. I mean, it's not a good idea because there's always going to be a chief. There's always going to be chiefs in these hoods, bro, that just don't want to follow the program. And if you got a couple fools that are like, nah, we're riding with the other shit, you're going to have shit separated, bro. You ever got yourself in a DP? Bro, so I haven't been DP'd from the homies per se. I mean, I can't say that. My big homies punched on me, but it wasn't. We used to call violations back in the day. This fool got violated. I got punched on by the homies for doing wrong shit. You know what I'm saying? But so I think the only time I can actually say that it was a full on DP, it was in prison, and it wasn't even my DP really. It was the homies, but the homie was from the hood, and I couldn't just let them fools get at that fool. So it turned into something more because I got hands put on me, and it turned into a big ass rumble in the prison system. But yeah, they coasted me really, bro. They kind of I got slid, to be real with you. I was banging with this fool and somebody just hit me, boom, draw me. So yeah, that was like a DP. But I never got I never like them fools. They summons for the DP. It was just actually the homie just punching on me. No, I friendly faded with a couple of my homies, like friendly fades. Oh man. You ever? Yeah, yeah. I friendly faded. I friendly faded with my homies. Friendly fades. That was always a thing with us. Friendly fades. One time, me and my homie, they call him Baby Hook. They call him Thug, but me and that fool was in the house for like 45 minutes just rumbling, bro, like punching on each other. We really started like fucking smack, like pushing each other into walls. We made that whole house shake, homie. You know, I got the squabble with a couple of the homies from the set. I was selling shoes, damn. But one thing about it too is, bro, when I was growing up, if you got violated or DP'd, you didn't try to kill the homie. We used to take that and learn from that shit, right? The homies DP you or violate you. If your big homies will sock you up, you were not trying to shoot the homie. You actually took that as a lesson. You know, nowadays you DP anybody, they're gonna try to shoot your ass. Baby Snaps Alley is getting regentified right now. Don't tell C-Mac. Yeah, that's the crazy part, bro. That's why the game's watered down too. You can't even you can't even show your little homies or homies love with that type of tough love, right? But that's how we learned. Now I don't know about like every other place though, but like Denver especially, homie, that shit went out the window. You little fools that are scared, they're not trying to take that shit. You know, them fools really are scared, bro. They'll shoot your ass. What up, Big Freddy? What's good with you, brother? You know? So yeah, that's a no bueno out here. But that was a mandatory back in my day. That was mandatory, bro. Like, yeah, so yeah. What I just told you is why I never room and dating. Damn, dating is crazy, bro. Damn. I didn't know DPs are still a thing. I thought that was just an LA thing. Well, hell yeah. No, that's what I'm saying. Like, we used to do that shit in the town, though. We used to do that shit in the town, though, to be real with you. You know, but I mean, I used, like, when I was really politicking, bro, and I was enforcing the hood, me and my brother, they call us Ronda Boys route. He was just mentioned, but me and that fool enforced that. The little homies mess up. You don't bash out the homies like mess them up. You know you gotta teach the little homies though, and you tell them why you're doing that out of love. But there was an incident, and like I said, situations happen, bro. One of the chief homies, you know, he punched on one of the little fools over that shit, bro. And that fools came back and tried to pop. You know, that's what the rumor is. They try to they popped the bro, shot that fool, dumping off top, homie. And he recommended on Good Ink how, yeah, Filthy Families, Nocturnal, crazy, brother. Yeah, that's a good tattoo place. Filthy Families and Nocturnal. Yep, they killed the game, homie. Killed the game. You know, they be doing like Broncos and shit players and Nuggets players, and they got a lot of resume. Just go to the go look in your Google search and go to Filthy Families, bro. The Facebook, they'll show you all the work, homie. Their shit is tight. Columbus is more crazy than Dayton. Oh shit, okay. It's just as bad. Damn, young blood, your eyes is memorizing. Memorizing. You know what's a trip, fool? I never even knew what that word meant. People was always telling me that shit memorizing. Or majestic. Damn, fool. People always say that your eyes are majestic, bro. What the hell was majestic even mean? I don't even know what that shit even means, brother. The frogs are on LSD. Ain't there some frogs that are like LSD though? Ain't there some frogs that are LSD that get you high? What? Bro, you're not gonna last around these parts, and I'm not even gonna be the one that does that, bro. You can't just say that in this lie, bro. I don't, oh, man. Not Ali, but damn, yeah, 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 hell yeah. Salute to the big dogs, homie. Yeah, that's a salute to everybody. You know. But I want to be dead ass real. If I have to be real too, like see, that's what I was saying, bro. This who don't listen. I gotta be dead ass real, bro. Like, but it's a toxic. Damn, homie. When I look at the whole Denver metro, we don't have a foundation in the hoods no more, homie. We don't. That's another reason why Denver is kind of like the game is kind of just done. Is because they're not the hoods no more, homie. They regentified the hood. You know where the heck is people functioning at? That's not their hood. When I say that, bro, like these fools be in different hoods saying that this is their hood. Like this is not where your hood was created. You guys moved over here, and now you're saying these fools are from your hood. You just created this shit over here. Like Denver, for the most part, is regentified, bro. It doesn't even look. It doesn't look the same at all. There's not the same. It's not the same. So, like in 2026, the streets of Denver is kind of died down. Like you going everywhere else. Like to be real with you, you know, it's everywhere else in the Denver metro. But the Denver city is like regentified, bro. Regentified, you know. Damn, who wants to get high off the frog, fool? Why you got California tatted on your shoulder? He said California. Does it look like a Cali tap? He said, "Why do you have California tatted on your shoulder?" And then another fool said, "Why do you sound like you're from California?" My homies, my homies, my homies. Um, Shout out to Cali though. Shout out to the good people of Cali. You from California, homie? I thought that C was a Cali. Nah, it's a C though. It's for Colorado though. I'm from Denver, homie. I'm gonna tap in later and watch the replay. Stay up, big bro. Hey, Big Chase, shout out to you, my bro. More high salute. More high salute. Oh yeah, no, it's a C for Colorado though. I'm from Box State Business, my homie. Colorado bounded. Some of these dudes sound gay as hell, but much love to you, no homo. Shout out to you, brother. Hell yeah, continue doing your thing, fool. Hell yeah, do your thing, man. Like, stay free, stay sucker free. Don't let the weirdos get to you. You know how it goes. Like, gotta keep moving strategically. Cali is. CA, hell yeah. Notice how Cali bangers get mad at Denver bangers. Yeah, Cali bangers move to Denver to bang. There is a lot of presence in California and Denver Metro. You know what? I'm gonna be dead ass real with everybody, homie. Like, I don't know if it was, I don't know if it was, I don't know if it was because I was like blinded, but I didn't really, homie, with the gang shit. I didn't even know anywhere else but East Denver. I didn't really even care about anything another state. I didn't know about them. I wasn't on their time. Like, I really didn't look and say, oh, bro, like New York, Cali, Chicago, like it was Denver, homie. That's all we knew. You know, it was East Denver, bro. Like that's what we focused in. We had our own beefs, we had our own struggles, we had our own poverty, we had our own enemies, we had our own wars. You know, we didn't think about it like that. Like, oh, over here, this other city, and we want the respect from this city. Like, fool, I didn't know about none of that shit. I had wars where I was from. My circle had war with people. That's all I could focus in on. Hey, you letting the hair grow out? I should again. Should I let my hair grow back out? Well, I didn't really, honestly, to be dead ass real, I didn't really even trip off of anything of that sort until like I started seeing the separation in prison, Cali, Denver, Southern Colorado. You know, I started seeing the separation when I got to prison. Before that, you know, it was not even a separation like that. I really didn't even see the separation. But there is a lot of separation. There's big separation. I mean, you know. But I think you have to respect where you go though. I think no matter where you go, you have to respect where you're at. You have to respect it, bro, because you don't want to end up in a situation where you disrespect where you're at and then you die behind the hands of somebody that feels like they're trying to live up to that shit. You die because you're disrespecting a state, and it might be at the hands of somebody that's trying to earn a name. Like, you're not going to disrespect the city, and it might be the most lamest dude that does that, but he feels like now he has to prove, you're making him prove that somebody's turned up. You're making him prove that the city he's from is turned up. That's why I stopped disrespecting a lot of gangs though, because even fools that I didn't at first acknowledge, bro, I started thinking to myself, there's always gonna be somebody that is willing to really kill for that shit and gonna feel some type of way if I just disrespect everything, bro. And then I'm gonna be like, then it's gonna be like, damn, he got killed by that dude from that hood. Yeah, you gotta have some form of respect. I hear it all the time. People disrespect Colorado all the time, bro. But it's like, you gonna push somebody to make them want to really ride on you. And yeah, you can be from anywhere, but you gonna push somebody that is trying to earn a name, and you gonna die at the hands of your disrespect. And then what is your people back home gonna say about you? Oh, you died in little old Denver because some fool just basically had to show that he was about that life. You can't just go around disrespecting people, bro. You can't. You know, it doesn't matter where you're from, it matters where you're at the time. You know, it matters where you at the time. It doesn't matter where you're from. Just know that. That's how, that's how you move. That's how you move and keep your life, bro. At the end of the day, is have some form of respect. Respect goes a long way. Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah, it does. But that's that old soul in us too, knows. We come from a day where everybody has some form of respect, bro. Like, you gonna respect it. Like, people respect you. Back in the day, people respected their enemies, like their real enemies. Yeah, you had respect for their get down, homie. Even if you hated the dude, you respected his get down. You had to, because as soon as you start respecting it, you're at a disadvantage, because then you get, bro, can you play a song? I don't have no radio, brother, and if it's copyrighted, I can't, because they'll get me for a copyright. I don't have a radio though, to be real with you. I wish I could. What's the song name? I'll listen to it though. Yeah, that's why I try to go out of my way to have a little bit more respect, for a lot of different things. You've been 100 since I've known you. Yeah, bro, because, like, man, I don't. What if they having a bad day and your respect is not taken the right way? Well, you have to do what you have to do in that situation. Like, I mean, you can't. Now, I'm saying like this, bro, you got to have respect. Like, you got to handle shit accordingly, right? Too, though. because like if they're not taking it the right way and they're pushing the issue, of course, bro, you're gonna have to, you got to do what's accordingly. You know, you're gonna have to do accordingly. I can only lead you to water. I can't make you drink. So I can only show respect. If you don't have respect and it turns into something else, then it's like it comes with what you make. Like you gonna make that bed, homie. You might have to play with that shit. That's why I was telling the homie, like I wasn't trying to press the homie and be tough about the football shit, right? It's not about football, homie. It's about general purpose. When you start saying different words, like I don't give a care if you call the Broncos donkeys or whatever, homie. I don't care about that shit. But when you start saying, yeah, I'm gonna pull up and I'm ready to trip off that shit, you're not saying anything about football no more. You're basically personally attacking me as a person because you're saying I'm gonna do what I want and you're not gonna do anything about that. Where I come from, them words can be very tricky and get you in a wreck. Because if I'm now that I take that shit as you're tripping, I'm not even taking it you're tripping over football. I'm literally taking it as you're challenging me now. So now I'm tripping, and now I'm gonna push the issue with that shit. So that's why I was trying to say, like, please just don't use words, because like you, especially over text messages and the internet, because people take this shit the wrong way. Now imagine, and I'm only using this as an example. Imagine he said that shit, bro, and now I'm like, fuck that fool, homie. He's tripping, like he's acting like he's really tripping over football. So now I'm tripping with this fool because you're saying I'm tripping. Now I'm gonna time him out, and if I ever come across you, now just be ready to swing, because I'm gonna punch you in your fucking mouth for even talking to me like that, because you're tripping now over football. And that's what I was saying about that shit, bro. Like I'm not saying I'm tougher. I'm not even saying that. I'm not saying anything about trying to be a bully or nothing, bro. What I'm saying is like that's how people could take that shit. That's how people could take that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, you're tripping now. Like you're really actually tripping. Like you're saying words that now I'm taking it as you're tripping. So now if I get to tripping and I trip how I trip, I know what I do. I know how to handle myself. I know how to, I've been in this shit. I've been doing this shit for a long time. And then something happens and you get hurt behind it, you're gonna feel some type of way. Like, and I don't want that shit, because I actually am cool with people on here. That's why, like, a lot of people, bro, I try to say, hey man, like you can always talk to me, but just don't let this shit affect you where you're tripping and putting it out there like you're tripping with me, you know? Talking about pulling up, man. That's not to the homie Matthew, but fools are saying I'm pulling up. I'm pulling up to where you are and this and that. It's like, bro, I don't know you, and I'm really not gonna treat you like I have respect for you. I don't know you to try to fade with you. If you come to where I'm at and you pushing that issue when I'm saying I'm not tripping, bro, now I'm to a whole different level with it, because I know that you don't respect me and I know that you're trying to bring harm to me. So now my PTSD goes in. I'm like, who the fuck is this fool? And that's where I'm coming from. Like, I'm not trying to fade with nobody. I'm not friends to try to fade with you guys. Like, that's what I do to people I respect. Friendly fades and all that shit. You know, like, let's have a real one. You plan on interviewing other OGs from different sets? I do, bro. But it's, you know, one thing about like a lot of people, they get a little weary about the internet, homie. Like, I talk to OGs from different hoods. Let me see. Yeah, just keeping it real. They ain't worth it. Focus on God. Hell yeah, facts. I know you can't fight. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I don't know even know if you know who I am. Like, want to know how I can tell? How can you tell? But yeah, hell yeah. Now shout out to you for tuning in. Shout out you for tuning in. Hell yeah, brother. I really don't know you, and I really don't. That don't affect me in any way. That don't affect me in any way. You know. But yeah, that's just that reality, to be truthful. You know, that's just that reality. Like, homie, like you can't, you just can't play internet games. Like, you can't play internet games, bro, because the internet is it's a tricky thing. You know, it's a tricky thing. Like, you see fools, like, bro, check it out. We live in 2026. You've been seeing fools get killed over this internet shit. People are getting killed over this internet shit. You see the fool in Vegas, he just got killed over internet shit, bro. You see the Savage Studios, he got killed over the internet because people take this as its play. Yeah, yeah. You know, like Rada, put it together, homie. Like fools are dying over some YouTube shit. People are dying over YouTube shit, brother. And I say that to people all the time. Are you really, like, check this out? And it's not me talking. I'm saying, are you really in life? Were them fools really ready to lose their life over some internet beef? Are you really ready to go there with some people? Because people are psycho out here. Fools are dying over internet shit, bro. Yeah, it's not even that serious, homie. Um, I don't. Nate Mac or whatever your name is. Yeah, we want to know we want to know how you put that into perspective like that, brother. Yeah, homie, them fools they probably never even thought. They probably never even thought, bro, they would lose their life over some internet shit. You know, and they did, homie. That fool got killed on live, homie. He got killed in Vegas on live. They walked up on that fool and shot that fool on live. You know? Because they thought everything was a game, though. They thought everything was a game. Everything to them was a game. He got smoked. He probably never even thought that shit was going to happen. But you got people that play the game, homie, till the game hits. And then it's like, yeah, bro. You know, he got smoked. He did. He got smoked. I seen that whole video. Like, damn, homie, that fool. That fool was he was stalking them dudes. He was stalking him and his girl, bro. They've been having a feud for a long time, and it caught up to that dude. I left right after. Damn, you was over there when that shit happened? That's a cold shot, my homie. That's a cold ass shot. A cold shot. Mm. What happened? Who we talking about? The fool that died in Las Vegas? He was beefing with some fool over the internet over comments and airtime and who was doing this and doing that, bro. And that fool caught him slipping on the Vegas Strip and walked up on that fool and killed his ass. That wall, yeah, it's crazy, homie. So crazy. You know what's a lad, I'm chilling. You know what's a trip, homie, and I gotta be real with y'all. Like I be around Colorado, homie, and it's always in the back of my head. It's always in the back of my head. Like, damn, fool, how many people know my face from Colorado? I see so many people talking shit on here, and I'm like, how many people are really pissed? How many people have seen me that's been pissed? And that runs in the back of my head. So like my head's always on a swivel, right? I'm always ready for everything in public, right? But there's been situations, bro, where it's like, damn, did that fool know me? Because like even recently, I mean, I met the homie at a Columbine Steakhouse, and I walked in, homie, and there was this dude with his girl, and we walked in, and as soon as he like seen me, he got up, and it was one of them weird ass interactions. He's like looking at me, and I said, "What's up, bro?" And then he looked at his girl, and he kind of nodded his head, and he told his girl, "Let's leave." In my mind, I'm like, that was the weirdest. That was like a weird ass interaction with somebody, because it was like he knew me. I didn't know him. But as soon as I walked in, he looked at me, bro, and he just kind of like looked. And then when he seen me look at him, I said, "Hey, what's up, bro?" And he's like, he told his girl something, and they left. So I'm like, damn, homie. It's happened a couple different times, you know? Yeah, they really keep it on him in Vegas. How, yeah, bro, he popped that fool. Yup, it was bad when I came back. Damn. Who have a license to weapon and still try to claim gangs. Yeah, that's dumb. I'm from the A, too many guns to be arguing over internet BS. Bro, and that's the craziest part. I really don't understand why people would beef with me over some internet because they get pissed at something, right? Because I bring motivation, bro. I try to like I'll clown, bro, but it's usually people clowning. Um, there's no reason why you should ever be so pissed that you get mad at Savage, bro, or you're trying to beef with Savage because I don't have any bone in my body to be beefing with internet, homie. I don't have no energy to really be like tripping with people over the internet and people be mad at Savage Said, bro, for no reason at all. And I just think I'd be thinking that shit is like silly, bro, right? I think really, homie, you just let some shit affect you too much. You know, happens to every content creator. You're always gonna have those weird interactions with people. But I didn't like, and that's the crazy part, Mark. Like, I didn't know the homie, but it's one of them things like people notice. Like, I'd be out. I've been to different places, bro, and it'd be boxing matches and all this shit, bro, right? And I know people, and they're like, "What up, Savage?" Like, and I know people like, they're always like, "Damn, analyzing me," and I'm a bigger dude too. I mean, people are magnetic to big dudes, but I'll be like, how many people noticed me from the internet in there? And how many people probably I pissed somebody off, and how many people were probably like, that's that fool that was saying that. It always runs in my head, you know? You talking about he from Atlanta, like it ain't guns all over the world. What happened to Atlanta? Talking about guns like I ain't got none. What you think I sold them all? Oh, yeah, so it's like, damn, 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 damn. Yeah, bro. So yeah, internet beef is weird. The internet beef is weird. I rather have internet peace. I'd rather have the internet peace. Internet peace. Cause I don't wanna have to motherfuckers, man. Don't bring a gunfight. Bro, you want to know what's like super crazy? Is they stuck my homie in the back of the head, and this much went into his head right here like this, and it went to his brain, fool. Oh hell yeah. I know for sure the whole Denver and Boss State, that gang related, knows you. Hell yeah, bro. The whole metro, my brother. A lot of people have viewed man, a lot of people have viewed my channel, brother. Like I come across people all the time that recognize me, and it's always good. It's always good interactions though. It's always good interactions, you know what I'm saying? But there's a lot of people. I didn't understand how many people viewed my channel over the time it's been up, bro. I didn't know that. I didn't know how many people viewed it. Didn't know that shit, man. But yeah, I know now though. I do know now because people done said, "Hey, bro," they called him like the homie. He over here, and even in Pueblo, homie, even in Trinidad. Like, damn, the homie knows you from Trinidad. Hey, the homie was talking about your channel from this and this and that. I'm like, damn, fool, that shit went far. That shit went way up there. It was way up. But we created a good space though, because I got like don't get me wrong, I got a lot of writers behind me though too. I got a lot of people that just support out of just the love of the city. there's a lot of support, bro. You know. See, that's what I'm talking about, bro. That's real love right there, homie. Hell yeah. That's actually love and respect on that. Hell yeah, bro. You know? Yeah. Well, hey, Big Nose, bro. Big Noble. You gotta understand for a long time out there, fam. I felt like Colorado was just there was nobody actually shining the light on what was going on out here. And then, you know, one thing I seen a lot, bro, is like a lot of mockery on our city, bro. Like because Denver is like people know it for different things that people in the hoods out here are we don't live that shit that a lot of people see Colorado as, bro. We in our neighborhoods, bro, we got people dying like from the hoods and homies going to prison for a long time, and so it's a mockery to all the homies that done died out here. How people try to clown Colorado, how people try to clown Denver. Mockery, bro, to all the homies that died, all the homies doing life sentences in prison. It's like, we really was, like people in poverty, even in little old Denver, bro, was going through a lot of shit. And if you're from the Denver Metro, bro, and you're in the box of Metro, you've been in the war, bro. Like if you have history, homie, you've been in the war. You took a lot of losses, bro. So all these fools from outside the city trying to talk about our city and then saying it in a wrong manner, I'm like, homie, I can't allow that shit. I can't allow that shit, bro. I gotta shine light on our city, bro. And how I know a lot of the times people will always say Denver wants to be like Compton, not knowing that there's a whole backstory of why DJ Quick even made that song. But people will say that not knowing why DJ Quick made that song. DJ Quick didn't just get up one day and say, I'm going to make a song saying Denver wants to be like Compton. He was very, very mad at Denver because Denver was the only city that when he tried to get active out here, they rushed his ass. They literally rushed the stage. They started bashing out his security guards. He ran out the city, bro, and they started jumping on that fool's limo. So reality is, bro, he got ran out of Denver. So that's what he was mad about. But people will always make a mockery and say, oh, Denver wants to be like Compton. Well, you know why he says that? Because he was mad. He apologized, though. Stay. If they really had a problem with the trust me, the word will be getting out. Hell yeah. Yeah, not real shit. Real shit. And the one thing I'll say is the OG homies, though. A lot of the OG homies from different sectors, homie, actually, I talked to these fools on text message. So, like, these fools that would be pissed from these hoods, I'm probably talking to one of your OGs. They don't know that shit, though. I'm actually talking to a lot of OGs from different sets that text me all the time. I talk even some of the Damu homies, OG Damus though. I chop it up with some OG Damus that support my channel, that know me, and I'm trying to get them to do actually an interview on my channel. But them fools support me wholeheartedly, bro. And these fools are from other hoods, and these fools are from other sides, and like, but I got a relationship with these dudes. I'm tapped in with these dudes pretty tough. It's just these YN. Yeah, hell yeah, they be hating. Well, it's one of them things, Big Mark. People don't want to hear if it's like one thing where it sounds like it's a black eye on their homie that they love, or their homie, there's some shit that comes back, their homie got socked up, or fools telling the stories. In reality, they don't want to hear that shit, so they get pissed. Because some of these fools that they be putting on a pedestal, it don't come back correct. There's a lot of colors in the closet, and it's like, bro, you feel like somebody that is getting exposed, but the reality is not getting exposed, bro. It's just like some situations happen like that, like So people be pissed at that shit because they don't ever want to hear smut on anything. But I say it all the time, bro. If I'm not gonna be biased with my own shit, and I'm not gonna fucking put my own shit on a pedestal, and there's badass folks from my sector, I'm never gonna say, oh yeah, bro, if there's some shit over here, I'm not gonna just act like it's not happening. Cause I'll call out some of my own people. So if I'm doing that, bro, what makes you think you get entitlement? Or what makes you think I'm not gonna say and chop it up about that shit, you know? So yeah, that's what it is, man. That's what that shit is, bro. I kind of knew though. I kind of knew what came with the territory though. I kind of knew what came to with the territory, you know. But there was a lot. There was a lot of that shit going around, bro. There was a lot of bad stories coming out about the city, bro, and what was going on in our streets with these hood vlogs, and and then when they did the swamp stories, he tells a whole bad story about Denver, and he's putting cases in. People are fighting right now. And then 1090 Jake doing a story on the FBP and had the whole story wrong about the FBP situation. And I'm like, damn, fool. So these fools from out of city are talking about our city and putting wrong information out there about every type of thing that's going on in the city. I'm like, damn, bro, that this just cannot happen like this. So yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, I bet. Nah, for real. Hell yeah, my bro. But I do want to get some interviews with the OG homies. I just got to get them comfortable to be able to do the interviews, because a lot of OGs from the old school, they really ain't trying to actually do a lot of interviews. Like they're not trying to really, especially the ones that are tapped in. Who 1090 Jake? Yeah, he did. Yeah, I heard bad. Yeah, he's bad. He was a bad on the yard and everything, brother. You know. So yeah, that was he put a whole false report out on the whole case, a case in the city of Denver that he had nothing to do with. He was reporting on a case that he ain't ever even been to Denver. And he's reporting this case and putting fake narratives about Denver, and people are really believing this shit. People on the internet really soaked that shit up because it came from him. It's like, damn. I mean, yeah, bro. I understand that shit. Nah, for real. And it comes with the territory. I mean, like I mean, yeah, I would be probably pissed too. When I heard, I'm gonna say one thing, and I won't say it. When I heard Goulet 30, bro, when I heard that fool speaking on my channel and he was pissed, I said, man, a lot of people are gonna be pissed because we're from the east side, honey. But when I heard he was hating on my channel, I said, there's a lot of people mad out here, bro. He really hated on me. And I gave him a reaction video on his music, and he's still subbed up to my channel to this day. But I said, man, if homies hating on the channel, oh, there's a lot of fools hating on the channel. A lot of fools hating on the channel. I know why. Crib homies from the E about at him. Let it be, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, he hated. He straight hated on my channel. He told one of the homies that he told one of the homies, and the homies straight said, that fool said he gonna punch your ass up. Did you see the shooting at the club? Yeah, I seen that shit. See, wild out. Denver getting activated. Summertime, my homie. Summertime. What did it do? Oh, we just talking about this whole thing, bro. Like I do my channel, right? And we're just talking about how many fools, we're putting this in perspective, how many fools know me, right? There's a lot of fools that have love, like major love. I see a gang of homies in here that have major love on a daily basis. But you have a whole face of people that are pissed because I don't sugarcoat a lot of things. And they were pissed at that shit because they don't want to have a black eye on anything that involves them. They don't want to have a black eye on that shit, right? Um, so they get mad at that shit, bro. But what can I do? Like, what can I do? Only thing I could do actually is just be truthful and speak it into the right manner of things. Because there's biased views on everything, homie, and that's one thing I did not want to do with my channel was be biased. Because at the same, and the reality is, bro, like if I put the biased narrative, I'm only gonna speak about the East Side because that's my shit. And when I was growing up, it was all about the East Side. Nothing else mattered to me. Nothing. So if I had that mindset, you know how many people would probably wouldn't be supporting the channel, but you gotta give dues to people out there. Like every hood has some hitters. Every neighborhood has some real authentic homies, right? You can't throw a blind eye to that shit. And that's why a lot of like I gotta be real. That's why a lot of content creators out of Denver won't get to a point where they're making any type of revenue, or they won't get to a point where they're like making any type of noise because a lot of people only know their neighborhoods, bro. Like they will only talk about their neighborhoods because they don't really know too much what's going on over here. And a lot of times when you're from a certain neighborhood, when you're from a certain neighborhood, you honestly think your neighborhood is just the shit. Like you throw a blind eye onto what's going on with your own neighborhood, and that's what a lot of these fools do. They don't even take time to understand, man, there's a lot of suckers that make up these neighborhoods. I know fools that I used to glorify, bro, that are suckers right now. From my hood, from my own hood. I look at them fools and I don't even look at them fools as OG homies no more. Like, damn, fool, you a sucker, bro. You watered down to the max. I used to think you was a hero in the hood. What up with it, Mahai salute. It be like that. Yeah, so that's what that is all about, bro. Yeah, it does be like that, Brody. It does be like that. What right, what's good with you, my fam? How you doing? Yeah, we just chilling, we just tapping in. But yeah, homie. I was kind of just blessed to be around. I was blessed to be around different people growing up though. I was blessed to see different aspects of hoods, right? Different types of like neighborhoods. I seen different things. I got family member from different hoods, so like I got to see authentic side of different neighborhoods out here in Denver, and then I got to see the fakeness of different hoods, right? So I kind of been around. Like I didn't just I went to everybody's neighborhood, brother. Like I was in everybody's neighborhood. I was in everybody's neighborhood. That's what we did. We traveled. We didn't have a fear factor to be in anybody's hood, So yeah, salute, BD. Let's go, brother. So I could have a respect for that shit. Like, damn, homie, I respect that to the fullest. I respect that fool to the fullest. Like that fool was a rider. I can't even take nothing from him. That fool, just like the fool Bam, homie. Would you consider a person a gang member if they claim a set and then call the opposite side for help? What? Nah, I would look at that and be like, damn, bro, you broke weak. Why would you call them fools to back your ass up? I mean, I guess maybe if that's like their family or something, and they just like that's their family riding with them. But like, nah, homie, you got to handle that shit accordingly to your own, bro. You can't call people to fight your battles. And I was gonna say, it's just like when I was talking about that bang session with the fool, uh his name's Bix. He goes by Bix, bro, and he either Bix or Brisk, bro. He's an OG from 16 blocks. One of the hardest, one of the probably the hardest bangers from their set, I consider, because he was with all the shits. Me and that fool chunked it out, bro, and he wasn't scared at all. That fool was just banging, homie. I could never take nothing from that dude. Never. And I, to this day, I respect the shit out that dude, bro, because he really handled his business. Even though me and him faded out and it turned into a little bit more, can't take nothing from that dude. And you could ask him to this day. You know what I'm saying? Like, what happened in that situation? And it was two riders handling business in the front, in the Westwoods, in the street. Me and Alpha was chunking it out. So yeah, you know. And he actually caught me with a nice one. That fool caught me with a pretty one. You know? So yeah, bro, like, you always gotta have some type of respect. You always gotta have some form of respect. But yeah, I hope everybody's good, man. I hope everybody's blessed. Who's doing that shit though? Who's doing that shit? Running to the opposites for help though. Who's doing it? Where do they do that at? What's the good word? We over here just chopping it up. Just about some form of respect. Always gotta respect. Always, like, even if society don't say respect and they don't push respect, be the person that actually roams and lives life off of respect. Don't be the naive person that doesn't respect anything, because that's what people are doing nowadays. They don't respect nothing, nothing at all. They walk around with no form of respect. Shit. No. Paper Route Records. If you don't know who my clique is, if you don't know who the clique is, Paper Route, not the Paper Route. Hell yeah, Paper Route was, bro. Paper Route took on a big spotlight of the Denver history with music, bro. Paper Route. The click alone, bro, like, it literally was everywhere, bro. Like, I don't even think there was, like, when some of them projects dropped, we couldn't even stay still. We had HDHD, DHD, all that shit, ADHD, ADD. We had it all, bro. We had to be somewhere every day selling music. So when I say we flushed out Colorado with music, that's what Paper Route Click really did. And as a young kid, bro, I always ended up around rappers from, like, shit you guys listen to, like Sibo and T Nutty and Tech Nine, bro. Like, my cousins, like, actually knew these dudes. So I was a young kid, like, not understanding who these dudes were, but they always were in chilling with these dudes, or they would call these fools. These fools would pull up to Colorado, like. So yeah, man, they had a lot of connections with the music, homie. That's why I say they're like a pioneer of the Denver Metro, because they paved a way that, like, I feel like they paved a bigger way than a lot of people out here that people recognize. And that's just the truth. And it might come off as biased, but I don't know how many people can actually say they sold 100,000 units out of a trunk of a car. Bro, these fools were selling units from the 90s till now. They still sell units like CDs. But the difference was, bro, they really sold CDs. Like, that's how fools paid their bills. These fools were on a daily grind session selling CDs to the community out here, homie. They were silent. That's how they did it. That's just how they did it. Some Mexicans I know that live in Barnum that claim Trey will be running into the what? Nah, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. What? Not the West. What? Yeah, see, that's where my mind is blown, homie. Because the West Rich fools, right? They're doing what they're supposed to do as young fools, right? They're getting tattoos and gang banging or whatever, bro. That's what young dudes do. But how the hell you run into the fools that got your shit whacked out? All them West Rich fools got CKs and every song is about killing Crips, and so these fools are running to them. Yeah, that's crazy. That's a wild one right there. That's the wild one, bro. Yeah, I don't know, man. That's mind blowing to me right there. Mind blowing. I don't even know if that's officially. I don't even know if that's actually official. I don't know how that goes about. That can't be official. I don't even know if they're officially from they set like that, bro. Because you taking one of the most active East, you taking one of the most active Crip sets in Denver, hands down. The Trey Gangsters, one of the most active Crip sets in East Denver. Like, if you know their history, you know they're active as hell. Wars, and then you got the West Ridge Bloods that they got active over the last like 5 years, 6 years. How does that go about? How the hell does that go about? I don't know. That's mind blowing right there. Yeah, that's mind blowing, bro. Yeah, it's a new day and age though, because I heard that like some of the young people are partying amongst each other though. They be in a house, they be at house parties just chilling. So that might actually be, bro. That might be. That might not be cap at all, bro. That might be 100% facts. How you go? Damn, this fool never answered the question, brother. The homie never answered any of the question. Yeah, they be wilding. Yeah, so I'm gonna actually do a couple videos. I'm gonna do a couple videos probably this week to keep shit going, to keep the algorithm going. I'll do a couple videos, chop it up. If you have some requested videos, we're gonna go back to that. But yeah, I'm gonna start because I just don't really honestly. I think the monetizing, bro. I have to keep that shit going though. To be real with you, but I have to be active. I have to be hella active, like to have the algorithm. Because I just kind of got pissed. I know I'm trying to find out how you can't fight. He has said that a long time ago. And now this fool just tucked tail. Um, Send Cold Coin. What up, big? What's good with you, my brother? How you doing tonight, man? Send the young gold coin. So yeah, I got some videos. I got some videos. I have like 3 videos that were requested from different people. So I'm gonna actually start that up again. But I want to get this new app that makes the videos like more proper. You could do a lot of different things for the videos, you know. You could do a whole lot of things in the videos because I'm using Power Direct, but Power Direct is sometimes like it's cool, but it doesn't have a lot of things you can do in the Power Direct. Like the Power Director is cool, but it's not like an advanced video maker, you know. So I want to start doing some vlogs though too. I want to get back into like some vlogs, man. You ever thought of doing a podcast? We do. Me and the homie do like our little channel, but like a podcast would be dope. That would be actually pretty fire, homie. I really I gotta learn how to create that though. You know, I gotta learn how to create that, homie. And that's probably the next step to YouTube for me. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna try to create that for sure. But we understand this too, man. Like, it might be just my podcast. It might just have to be a dolo podcast that I do. Because you have to have, if you're doing like a podcast and you have like people that are doing it with you, they have to kind of have the same energy to create a successful type of thing for the podcast or the thing you do. It's hard to find people that have like the same energy as you, and it has to be a good charisma on camera. Because sometimes I catch it with people, bro. They be having like two different type of mannerisms. One's boring and one's just energized. So it doesn't even look right, you know. That doesn't even look right. So yeah, but I've been thinking about doing a podcast, homie. I've been thinking about doing a podcast. That actually might be lit. That actually might be super lit. I'll stay on here for a little bit more. I got my watch hours up tonight. Hell yeah, we got our watch hours up, man. Salute to the big dogs on here. So yeah, we that's what it is, man. That's kind of what it is. But hey, man, salute to everybody that tapped in. Salute to everybody that tapped in. I'll probably tomorrow well, I don't know because I start work early tomorrow. I'm starting work hella early now, so I'm gonna start trying to, maybe I'll start doing an after work live like this after work, and just kind of just stay grounded and doing live streams. But hey, I'm about to tap out, man. You guys enjoy the rest of your night. God bless everybody. I'm gonna I'll hit you up, you know what I'm saying? Mall High Salute, Box State Business. You know what it is. Hey, I'm gonna get at y'all. Let's go.